Oh yeah. Oh, we're live. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're live. Yay! Hi everybody. How you doing? Looking good. Nice dress. I imagine one of you. Please tell me one of you is wearing a dress, so my compliment towards nice dress is still relevant. I would really like that. But yeah, what's up, everybody? It's Griever. Here again. Exhausted. Yeah, we're here for One Punch Man, chapter 145 reaction. Now, I should probably pull up said chapter, shouldn't I? I actually don't even have a link to the chapter. That's how unprepared I am, but it was a long day, guys. It was a long day. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I can find it if I look through these things. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I got the chapter pulled up. So that's good. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? It's a Friday night! Friday night, ladies and gentlemen! Woo! It's like Saturday Night Live, except it's Friday Night Live! Woo! You know, something like that. Maybe if I... Yeah. Right now, honestly, guys, I am... I'm hoping that this stream is going to be good, but I'm hoping it's also going to be short. Because I'm overtired. I'm past my second wind already. Like the Shimatsu no Valkyrie chapter 46 stream where I was just I was done. I was halfway between drunk and overtired. This point, I am just, is this reality? Am I in a dream? I don't even know right now. I'm in that state. I am in that state. I have worked all day. Look at my hands. You see how dirty those fingernails are? I haven't had time to shower after working in the yard for 12 hours. I'm just in a state of confusion. This is the land of confusion. Whoa. You know, like Genesis, Phil Collins. Anybody get that? I'm hoping somebody got that reference. Tenryo says, Roger Space and King of Lightning both did Record of Ragnarok streams on the same week. How great is that? That's awful for me, is what it is. It's awful for me. I'll tell you why. Because Record of Ragnarok is something, Tenryo, I won't say it's awful. It's a flip side. Because now, everybody who came to me or Misk or any of our low-time YouTubers, right? Anybody who came to us, now they can go to the main. And the problem with that is that that's taken away from my very limited fan base. Like, Roger even said, and I was a little pissed off when he did this, he even claimed to make over 6 figures talking about One Piece on YouTube. Now, I work a full-time job, not taken away from being a full-time YouTuber, but I work a labor-intensive. I went to college for it. I have 4 years. I am a qualified commercial electrician, and I make half of a 6-figure salary. So when Roger went on there and said that he was making $100,000 plus a year talking about One Piece, and now he's going to steal away another series that I talk about that I think maybe me and Misk and a few other of the other YouTubers have sort of a cornerstone on, I'm a little irritated. I'm a little pissed off. You understand why? Because now maybe some of the people that might have gone to me will all automatically go to Roger because he's going to be promoted. The YouTube algorithm will promote King of Lightning. They'll promote Tekken. They'll promote Roger. And I don't hate these guys for it, but Jesus Christ, the moment they take that shit, you know, it's it's less money in my pocket, right? And I make no money on YouTube. I'm literally like, I'm sitting here, it's my Friday night. I'm sitting here unmonetized, just doing shit because I want to. So yeah, honestly, I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. I'm a little pissed off in one respect. I'm also like, yay, at least Record of Ragnarok is getting the appreciation it deserves. From a series standpoint, from a creator standpoint, I'm happy. But from a YouTuber standpoint, it's terrible for me. It's awful. Misk is actually in here in the chat. Hey, Misk. Are you sticking around for the whole thing? I'm just curious. But Miss Content is in here and saying, what's up, Griever? Not much, man. Overtired as fuck. If I fall asleep, this might be the first time I fall asleep on stream. I was thinking it was going to be like whenever I decided to do that 24-hour stream. I figured I'd do that at a weird number, like 750 subscribers. We're doing a 24-hour stream, and I'd fall asleep, and you guys would watch me going... You know, but I seriously feel like, yeah. Misk says also, Jiu-Jitsu is back this week. The chapter was definitely worth the wait. That's impressive, because last chapter was pretty good. But, once again, timestamp, like, I gotta say, one thing that Geiji, whatever, he sucks at time. He sucks at time. Because in the Shibuya arc, he overdoes it to a point where it's like, oh my god, this is convoluted as fuck. Like, he overcomplicates timestamps. And then outside of the Shibuya arc, literally the chapter directly after the Shibuya arc, he fucks it all up. And the chapters before, he fucks it all up. We have no idea when it's past, present, and future, for God's sakes. Like, in Shibuya, it was down to the minute. It was 11:51. Now it's 11:53. Oh my god. Literally the next chapter, it's like, oh, this was 20 years ago. This was 5 years ago. This was present day. And this is the future. It's like, well, why didn't you timestamp that, Geiji? Jesus. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, that's, I am excited to read the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter this week, though. I really am. Vib said, let's not talk about it, though, because I'm not caught up yet. I'm not actually talking, I haven't read it yet, so it's okay, Vib. You're unspoiled. Don't worry. Miss Conant says, I'll probably be around for a bit. Oh, cool. Invite everybody in the Discord, Misk. I think we're going to have a good stream. I think we're going to have a good time. So anybody who's bored or whatever, just invite them. Vib said, time to mute until I can see that Griever stopped talking. I'm sorry, Vib. I really need, I need like an animation. I need something that I can pull up on OBS where it's just like, I'm done. Like every time. Yeah. But we're almost at the 10-minute mark, guys. So we'll be doing the One Punch Man 145 soon. I'm not spoiling anything, Vib. I don't know why you thought I was spoiling. I was just complaining about Geiji and his stupid timestamps. It was always safe, Vib. It was always safe. I haven't read the chapter myself. How the fuck can I spoil a chapter I haven't read? I can't spoil something when I haven't read it. Oh my god. How many beers is that? 18? God damn. I have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be my TED Talk. I have a problem. Can you guys help me? It's all part of the plan. But when one little old man will die, everybody loses their minds. Yeah. Vib did say, you've read like 50 more chapters than me, though. Oh, I did not know you weren't caught up, Vib. My bad. He said, I read like a few chapters a week, and one said, oh, stream. Oh, stream. That is the most... Okay, we're going to talk about Vib first, then we're going to go back to one, because one is basically being so passive-aggressive right now that it's making me lose my mind. But Vib is basically saying, yeah, so he's not caught up. But I don't think there was anything said. I was simply talking about Shibuya. I was talking about timestamps. Literally, I don't think I spoiled a single thing that anybody that hasn't read chapter 1 would feel is a spoiler. But potentially I did. Potentially. So good on you, Vib, for like muting me or whatever. One says, oh, stream. Yeah, well, you know, I'm streaming. What the hell? That was so passive aggressive. That was like, oh, stream. Like, are you not excited to be here? Do you not want to see my pretty face? What did I do to displease you, one? How can I make it better? Yeah, I know. I'm just shitting on one because it's fun sometimes, guys. One did nothing wrong. I'm just being a dick. It's sometimes fun. And one said, the fuck. Well, see, there you go. See, one gets it. One knows that I'm just shitting around. But I just want to keep it clear because sometimes pranks or sarcasm on, even on stream, like I find text sarcasm is way too difficult. Like it's so hard to do sarcasm over text without using a million emojis and like lols and ha-has and whatever, lamaus and whatever the fuck they call them, which I don't use. So I come across like a fucking dick all the time. I use punctuation, I use periods, and my God, so many people have been insulted by me. Vib said, well, I wouldn't know if you spoiled or not because I muted. Perfect, Vib, perfect. Miss said, I'm gonna doing some O streams in the future. You do those O streams. Misk. Surprisingly, only 5 cats in here. Really? That's weird. This chapter, Vib told me to do it, but it with only 5 people. Was I too late? Maybe? Like, it's been like 5 hours or so. So I can understand that. But we only got 5 people in here? Huh. Anyways, it's been 12 minutes, so we might as well start the chapter. So, chapter 145. Don't ask me for the link. I don't even know how I got it. So, let's get on with this bitch. So, the beginning of One Punch Man, chapter 145. We're jumping right into it. And we get literally Dark Alloy. Dark Shine himself. Shining like a beacon. See now, I'm surprised there isn't... Did I miss the backlash? The fact that he's not black? Like, did I miss that backlash somewhere? Like, I'm on Twitter. I don't have an Instagram or a Pinterest, but I'm on Twitter. I'm on Discord. Did I miss the backlash about him being black but not being black thing? Are black people not unhappy about this or something? Like, it feels like something that they would be unhappy. I don't know. I still don't know the Dark Shine thing. That's just weird. Maybe not the best idea for a cover page. But then again, if the black community is fine with a non-black person being black for like 5 years and then all of a sudden not being black but still looking black and everybody's okay with it, then I'm white. What fuck do I know? I don't know how the black community feels. I think it's weird. I think, like, literally Murata and one fucked up. They should have just made sure that he was black from the get-go. but so that there wouldn't be any potential controversy. But yeah, so he's looking. I swear those are more muscle groups than the human body has, but sure. A first-rate masterpiece, shining darkly. Oh my God, why don't you just call him Blackie? Like, Jesus. I'm a white guy. How am I supposed to read this? I'm moving on. I'm not reading the rest of it. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble. No more than I would have. I'm getting canceled on Twitter for something that I didn't do already. I swear to God. Translators, Nitro T and gray words with gray spelt wrong. QC with gray words spelt wrong. And redraws by Kelp and cleaning and typeset by VibHav. Alright. So, we jump in. Boom, boom, boom. Something's happening, and I don't really understand. It's a stare. We have Atomic Samurai. Is that evil? Is that supposed to be evil natural water? What? Oh, okay. It seems to be evil natural water is alive. I don't remember him showing up. But evil natural water is here. Oh, okay. All right. And he's firing off. Either he's being attacked. It looks like he's shooting the blasts. Or is Atomic Samurai... I can't tell. It looks like to me that Atomic Samurai is parrying blasts from evil natural water. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll explain it next page, because you can construe it two ways. It's not really decisive. You could say that Atomic Samurai is like for somehow firing laser blasts. But at the same time, you could say evil natural water is firing laser blasts at Atomic Samurai. I'm not 100% on either or. I would guess that evil natural water is firing these blasts and Atomic Samurai is parrying. But I could be wrong. It could be Atomic Samurai is firing laser blasts out of his sword somehow. Atomic Samurai, next page, says... I thought there would be some sort of weak spot like usual, but those eyeballs also seem to be made out of liquid. So how am I supposed to deal with this? Atomic Samurai looks worried. Yeah. Are you alright? Yes. Did it absorb underground water? Its water jets keep getting stronger and stronger. Okay, so those are water jets that evil natural water has been firing. So the first panel, Atomic Samurai cut up evil natural water into pieces, but then he just reformed and fired a bunch of water jets against him, and Atomic Samurai blasted them away. Okay, that's the way I'm going to interpret it for now, unless the chat tells me otherwise, but those were evil natural water's water jets, and Atomic Samurai blasted them away. Next, what if this thing were to absorb the ocean? So Ian thinking the real questions here, like evil natural water. He's absorbing water right now. And he seems indestructible, even when Atomic Samurai is going atomic slash. Boom, 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 boom. You know, the dude just reforms. He's Majin fucking Buu. He's Perfect Cell. He's doing the regen shit, right? What happens if he gets to the ocean? Ian is asking the real questions here. Because if this bitch gets to the ocean, what's to stop him from being the Pacific Ocean? Being the Atlantic Ocean? An infinite water source. That sounds scary as fuck, actually. Evil natural water might be the most powerful thing. And he's thinking about it in the background. Evil natural water basically being the earth. there must be a limit to evil natural water, because I feel like evil natural water otherwise would have done this already. Evil natural water would have just been like underground, just slowly making his way to California and then jumping into the Pacific Ocean, and boom, I'm the greatest thing of all time. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like he can't absorb the ocean. I'm feeling that there's a limitation on evil natural water, because it seems silly and ridiculous, but it's potential. But why wouldn't evil natural water have already done it? So I'm going to guess that he can't do it for whatever reason. Limitation, capacity, something like that. Now, evil natural water in the next page fires a couple of blasts. And what? But then, so he deflected it, but it broke his blade. And now 3 more water jet blasts come for Ian and Atomic. Ian! Huh? 4 blasts. Darkshine. Of course, I mean, it was a Darkshine cover page, so of course Darkshine was going to show up. But, whoa. Is he literally just going to shake that shit off? That, not going to lie, that's going to be impressive as fuck if he's not bruised to shit. Atomic Samurai needed to deflect these. Iania's sword, A-class sword, was broken by one of these things, and Darkshine just hit me, bro. Hit me. And if he takes no bruising from this, like, once again, I like Darkshine. I have a problem with, not Darkshine as a character, I have a problem with how quickly they do the flip out with his character development. As you guys know, if you've seen my streams for a while, I actually like Darkshine. I like Darkshine. I didn't like how they handled his character development, being so quick. But I still think that this would be impressive as fuck. If this is the case. If he just shakes us off and goes, huh, 'tis but a sprinkling shower on a spring day. Or something like that. Like, if he does something, like, manly as fuck. I don't know. I think Darkshine has potential. I just really hate it. I really hate it when they easily went him from basically an asylum patient to, yeah, you're not anymore. Like, it was too quick. The character development went too far. Like, the development was too fast, and it ruins. If you take a character in the depths of despair and then you just pull them out of it the next chapter, it makes the despair chapter feel hollow and stupid. Like, why did I even bother reading that? I could have just jumped from chapter 139 to chapter 140. Like, I didn't need to read the 139.5 anymore, you know, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a 0.5 chapter at that point, which Murata is very good at doing, but yeah. I wonder if Darkshine's going to be able to handle this. I wonder the damage that's going to happen here. So let's see. So in the next page, he takes the blast. It looks epic. Those abs for days. And Atomic even yells, Darkshine! Darkshine, oh, he seems okay. This is perfect. I always like a nice shower after a workout. I mean, it's not exactly what I said. I thought he would talk about a shower on a spring summer day, but this is perfect. But I feel like he's going to be bloody. Is he going to be bloody after that? Like have blood out of his pecs or something and shit? it increases the shine. Okay, I was not expecting that. When I said that he would be like, spring showers, nothing. Meanwhile, like, they would look drip, drip, and he'd be, like, bleeding from these water jets. I didn't expect him to just walk up and be like, yeah, I'm totally okay. That makes no fucking sense, but okay. Dark Shine for manly levels 11 out of 10. Power scaling wise, making no sense. But outside of that, manliness 11 out of 10. Can't be denied. It increases the shine. And Dark Shine looks fucking fine. Even natural water staring at him. Dark Shine, come. Boom, boom, boom. Atomic and Ian looking, watching him take on the water jets. Atomic has, like, looking like he's a little pissed off. This is going to piss off Grim. For those of you who don't know, Grim Reaper, a big Atomic Samurai fan. Big Atomic stan. And definitely go check out his channel. Not that it needs me to plug it. I'm the lowest one on the totem pole. But Atomic is his boy. And seeing Atomic be pissed off at Darkshine tanking these attacks that I would garner that Atomic cannot tank by the looks. Because Atomic is looking on going, smiling, but also like, show off. Piece of shit. Glad you're here, but fuck you at the same time. That's what I'm gaining from that expression. So, I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just wondering, you know? So the next page, the water jets attacking, Darkshine just taking them on, and then hoof! That was a nice high pressure shower, thanks. Ching! So, you know what's actually irritating to me about this one shot is that even with the little the pentacle going on, it's like he's trying to be Alex Louis Armstrong, and I don't like it. Don't try to be another character. Alex Louis Armstrong came into the fold back in the 2000s. And he's been a staple of GIFs, of memes, of greatness as an anime character for the last 2 decades. Don't try to 2.0 him. This feels very 2.0, and it's pissing me off. Not only is Darkshine not black, which, once again, I don't get why people aren't boycotting the series over this. Like people boycott things for less. I don't get it. But not only that, they literally are doing the whole ching star thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Darkshine is leagues below. He's not even, like, if you were to make an S to F tier list of characters, Alex Louis Armstrong would be in that list, and Darkshine wouldn't even be in the list. So it's not, oh, for some reason, I hate this. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. And you guys can say, well, like, why are you trying to compare it? Why are you trying to make it like something it's not? And you can't tell me, like, the star, guys. The star is right there. That was a Full Metal Alchemist thing from day one. That's Alex Louis Armstrong signature. a signature. Like, no, I don't buy that was not intentional, but at the same time, you're doing it to a character that I can see why they're doing it. He's the muscle man and all that. It's rubbing me the wrong way. I understand why Marauder 1 is trying to do it, but I don't like that they thought it was okay to do it, especially with such a not Alex or Sig character. It's not okay to do it with such a weak character. Darkshine is not in the top 10 strongest in this verse, so it's not okay. It's not okay. He was a heaping mass of hateful resentment and despair 5 chapters ago. I don't think I like this. I am going to check the stream though, because we have, we're, how many pages in? 11 pages in, so will be interesting. And I feel like I should probably get caught up with the chat anyways, since I started the chapter and I haven't actually, and it could, for all I know, it's like a 22-page chapter, so entirely possible. God, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. This is probably not a good idea to do a stream. I hope I didn't say anything offensive. I don't think I did. I literally just said I don't like the fact that Darkshine is trying to be Alex Louise Armstrong. Because Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the only perfect mangas and animes in existence, and One Punch Man is clearly not. And I don't get why the black community hasn't boycotted One Punch Man over Darkshine. I don't get it. Everybody else boycotts everything else. Like, you're not allowed to call traps anymore. But it's okay for Darkshine to be Darkshine? I don't get it. I don't understand. I would like to understand. Could someone explain it to me? I'd be happy to try to understand it. But I don't understand it. Let's see. Let's catch up with the goddamn stream. Vib said Super Alloy. Yeah. Vib said One Punch Man is really small on Twitter. Is that right? I don't know how that's possible, but sure. Miss said there was a smidge of it a while back. Really? One said nah. MC Dude said hi. MC Dude said that backlash will come when it gets animated. Yeah, MC Dude actually, he just cleared up like 95% of the problem here. It's not animated yet. Once it's animated, it'll be a huge controversy. But because it's only in the manga right now, nobody gives a shit. Which I'm not saying is bad. Like, once again, I'm not saying it's necessarily bad. But what I'm saying is that, like, for all the shit that everybody gets in trouble for these days, you would think that Murata and One would have had more brain cells. That's all I'm saying. Because they know it's going to be animated. They know it's going to be controversial. And they know it's a bad idea. If they don't know, they're stupid. If they do know, they're idiots. Like, it's just crazy. One said, I don't even remember if Grimm talked about it. I don't know. I think he did. I actually remember talking to Grimm about that, and he was not happy about it, if I recall, actually, when it was first revealed that Darkshine was not black. Satsuki and Grim were not happy about it, as far as I remember. Doktaro said that one guy who reacted to the manga was upset. Yeah, that one guy. Miss said, it is weird. It is very weird. It was unnecessary. That's the thing. It was totally unnecessary. And they chose to make it a controversial thing that when animated, as MC Dude pointed out, is going to be fucked. Vib said, I know a few black people who wish he really was black, but they don't hate him. Yeah, see, that's what I don't get. Why, like, certain issues, everybody goes fucking nuts. I'm not saying it's not a legitimate issue, but I'm saying that there are tiers to an issue, just like there are tiers to anything, right? Go on Tier Maker. People will take Tier T issues and make them feel like they're S tier and like it's World War III tier. But then something that might be B tier issue, all of a sudden nobody cares. Like, I don't get it. How am I supposed to feel? Like, I don't know anymore. I'm supposed to have sympathy and empathy for everything because I'm white, but I don't know how to feel anymore. Talk to one person, it's like, oh yeah, this is World War III. Talk to another person, like, nah, it don't fucking matter. Which one am I supposed to believe? One said, I mean, Japan does a lot of tan people, so nothing new here. Yeah, but see, in Japan, it doesn't matter as much. But when you know it's coming over to an English adaptation, you have to have certain... I don't know. One else said, I do call him that. Puri Puri gave him the best nickname. Fib said, at this point, I'd be disappointed if you don't say with gray spelled wrong someday. I mean, it's always going to be gray spelled wrong someday, right? A for American, E for English, because guess what? That's the language you all are typing. Everybody in this chat is typing. What's it called? Let me hear. Let me hear. Is it American? No. Is it Canadian? No. Is it British? No. It's English. And English was invented by the English. Wonderful topic. But yeah, Viv is absolutely right. We're always going to go on that, like gray words spelt wrong. We're always going to do that. It's going to be hilarious. Doktaro said, I think the joke on the webcomic was that Darkshine was a really obvious stereotype of black guy, but then boom, it was a white guy all along, since the manga is a better character. The joke miss. Yeah, see, they did that with Shaman King too with Choco, but Chocolove, they actually ended up, for the new adaptation, they changed his facial features because back then, yeah, blackface was a thing. Blackface has been a thing up until the late 2000s. It was still a thing up until the late 2000s. They did it in American TV, they did it in Japan. Blackface was a thing for a very long time. Doesn't make it right, but it was a thing. Changing it after the fact is stupid in my opinion. But going forward, we should not introduce blackface anymore. So, yeah, it was a bad joke. Like, Doktaro, you're not wrong that was the intention, but a bad joke. A very bad joke. Sort of like making a 9/11 joke. You know, like literally the day of. Even Gilbert Godfrey waited a week. So, yeah. Miss Content says, has one never heard of blackface? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. One said, I mean, Atomic Samurai can't fire anything, especially now that he no longer has something, huh? Yeah, I mean, fair enough. One said, Japan doesn't give a fuck about that. Yeah, they really don't, but they should. One said, well, not exactly infinite water source. I mean, not infinite, but, I mean, technically with, the weather cycle, Vib said, you compare characters way too much. I know, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Because it's clear. Vib, that's the problem. It's Alex Louis Armstrong. It's his signature thing. It's clear as day. Would you be okay? Like, if a character does this and goes, super awesome blast. Sorry, that's Goku. And that's a ripoff. Sorry. Like, I'm not saying that, like, it's, like, yeah, do I compare characters too much? Of course I do, because I've read over 250 manga, too many books to count, and et cetera, et cetera. But this was too blatant. It's too blatant. If Saitama all of a sudden does this and says Super One Punch Man Blast, that's a ripoff of Goku. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Nobody would say otherwise. So when it's that blatant, the comparison is justified. It's a justified comparison. One said, reason is because manga is primarily intended for Japan, so sales or compares overseas don't really affect them. That's true. Dr. said, nah, you're overthinking it, bro. No, I'm really not. That's Alex Louis Armstrong 101. Vib said, Darkshire is not in the top 10 strongest in this verse. You say that because he lost to like the third strongest character in the series? I say that because I can name easily 10 characters that are stronger than him. Like, seriously, I can name that right now. Do you want me to, Vib? Because I can. Can you not? Vib said, by the way, just wondering, how many beers did you say you were in again? This is 19 at this point. So, yeah. Take everything, once again, guys, 41 minutes into the stream. It should be noted, this is going on almost 2 dozen beer, not 1 dozen beer. So let's take everything I say with a grain of salt. So if I insult your opinion, if I insult your I don't think on a single stream I've ever insulted a person. Like, I've never actually gone out and insulted anybody's person. No, I've never done that. I've been here the whole time. I'm Burt Reynolds. Nah, never done that. Hulk gloves. They're great. My name is Turd Ferguson now. But yeah, no. I've potentially insulted people's faith or their religion before, and I've already apologized for that. Their political beliefs, but if you like Donald Trump, you're an idiot anyways, so I don't apologize for that. Yeah, so other than that, I don't think I've ever actually insulted anybody. I probably just insulted like 95 people. But, yeah, no. So, yeah. But anyways, the point of the matter is that this is beer 19, and so everything I say should be taken with a grain of salt at this point. But once again, Vib, can you not name 10 people stronger than Darkshine? Because I can. In verse, like, at least 7 undisputed easily. Bomb, Bang, Saitama, Tatsumaki, Blast. There's 5 right there. I didn't even need to think. Ducktaro said, One and Murata are Japanese. They are a completely different culture on the internet and really doesn't care about those things. But once again, knowing an international release, they probably should. Everybody should. Everybody should care. Not necessarily about Western beliefs, but everybody should take into context of what they're doing to multiple cultures. Everybody should be respectful of multiple cultures. I'm not talking Western. I'm just saying in general. Everybody should be a level of respect. I'm not saying you can't make funny jokes. I'm not saying you can't be Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy, or black comedy stand-up. But you also need to have a level of respect. Vib said, if they don't know, they're stupid. And Viv said, nah, they're Japanese. Japanese people are very disconnected from Western culture and controversies. That is true, too. I mean, yeah, you do have a point. If they don't know they're stupid, it's not actually because their internet access is actually limited. I have a friend that lives in Japan right now, and he did say that a lot of his he can't watch some of my videos in Japan. He's a white boy. He grew up here. He moved to Japan 3 years ago, and he can't watch some of my videos. He can see my channel and he can see some videos, but he can't watch certain videos. And we can't figure out why. Which videos and why not. It's crazy. But some videos he can't watch. It's crazy. So I totally agree with that, Vib. It's not that they're stupid. So yeah, I'll amend that statement. If they don't know, they're stupid. No. If they don't know, they're uninformed. How's that? One said, not to mention the manga is intended for Japan, who does not really care about that stuff. So basically, people outside of the complain they don't really care about that. Yeah, so we're rehashing the same stuff. But yes, Misk says a lot of manga don't care what Western audiences think. Don't know if Murata and One are like that though. I feel like it'd be like if I wrote a story about Africa, I would feel the need to make sure that the African people were okay with it. Maybe that's just me from an integrity standpoint, which, once again, I've already talked about this and I don't want to get into that debate again, but I don't think that Murata and One have much integrity as creators or writers. So that's a whole other debate and we won't get into that, but yeah. Yeah, like if I were to write a story about a different culture, or even within culture, I would feel the need to make sure that it was not necessarily politically correct, but at least a level of acceptance and not stereotypical to a fault. It's like if I wrote a story about a crime drama and I made every single murderer a black gangster, don't you think I'd get a little controversy? Right? Like if every Law and Order episode was a black guy was the murderer, wouldn't that be a little, That's all I'm saying. Only because you're going to be an international hit. If One Punch Man was Japan only and never had an international release, nobody would give a shit. And I would totally understand. But when you know, and Murata knows, One knows, they know at this point, that's a fact, that this is an international release. Maybe they should think about that. That's all I'm saying. They should just think about it a little bit. Not saying it needs to affect the story, not saying it needs to, but they should, at the very least, they should be conscious about that. That's all I'm saying. One says, Jesus Christ. One says, as far as I know, the only manga that I ever saw that cares about that was the manga of MHA. That's about it. Actually, the creator of Shaman King cared, from what I understand, because he got some backlash about Chocolove and Chocolove, and he ended up changing his design. He was making it less pronounced throughout the rest of the series, if you notice. Like, the lips became less and less pronounced, and by the time the Shaman King anime adaptation that we're getting right now, the stream right now, it's totally gone. So, one said, and it was because I think Korea was also complaining about it too. Fair enough. Vib said, and English was created by English. You'd be surprised just how much English has been influenced by other languages. Yeah, they're all Latin-based. I know that, Vib. It's fine. Yeah, but at the end of the day, the English are the English, and they're from Britain, and Britain decides it because, well, they're English. Vib said, Atomic can indeed still fire something. He still has his air blade. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was wondering. Was he firing multiple air blades at the time? Like, I wasn't sure, right? I mean, isn't as useful as FAS, in my opinion, says one. Yeah. One says, I think the real way to defeat him would be with evaporation, maybe. Yeah, maybe something like Escanor, son. Yeah. Vib said, he does that and says, super awesome blast. One time I'd consider it an homage, not a ripoff. So this is a homage, not a ripoff, but it's from a weak-ass character, so I'm not happy. Vib said, oh, I'd like to hear your top 10. Once again, I already named 5. Can you not name 10? One said, he ain't the strongest, but his Dura is the strongest, not counting Tatsumaki Bubble Shield. Tenryo said, none of the current villains seem to be as strong as Boros. One said, I think that only the one that could be or above Boros would be God. So we have already, like, let's just name the characters already easily that are stronger than Darkshine. Easily. Blast, Boros, Saitama, Tatsumaki, Bang, Bomb. Right? There's 6. Now we have the God level threat that we saw, the Atlas person. Right? Now you're telling me, I think this is undisputed. These 7 are undisputed. Oh, Gar, 8. Because that's proven 8. So now, tell me you can't think of 2 more. 2 more people above Darkshine. Really? Really? Like, I could name a couple of characters that I think are above Darkshine, but that would be technically up for debate. But I don't think those 8 that I just mentioned could be debated. So, you know. And those are in no particular order, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying that in general, like, how could anybody put Darkshine in the top 10? That's laughable. That's stupid. I even think that, like, some of the kind of, like, Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor probably are above him. So, I'm glad we got caught up with the chat, though, because that took a lot out of me. Oh, man. Are we ever going to get through this chapter? Vib said, I'm just wondering about your top 10 now. Well, I listed 8 of them, so. Vib said, I think you'll be very shocked to hear how debated Bang and Bomb are. They're on, like, equal footing. Give them the 5-6 or the 4-6 slots, whatever. I don't care. One said, I'm going to stand my boy Bomb. Yeah, Bomb has been implied to be stronger than Bang, but either way, I would argue that Bang and Bomb are in the top 10. So, Bang and Bomb. Saitama, Blast, Tatsumaki. There you go. 5 people. Easy. Then you go, you got Garo. You got Boros. Right? I mean, I could even argue Orochi to a level, or Black Sperm or somebody like that. It's so easy to discount Darkshine out of the top 10. Fib said 2 more then. Yeah, I mean, technically. Then Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor. Sure. Vib said, nah, I mean Bang and Bomb against Darkshine. Not against each other. Oh, Bang and Bomb would kick the shit out of Darkshine. Bang would beat Darkshine. Bomb would beat Darkshine. I think either one, 1v1, would beat Darkshine. Personal belief, but is what it is. God, I'm tired. Gotta take a piss. One said, don't you know about the Bang versus Darkshine fight? No, I do not know about that one. Viv said, you seem pretty confident that Bang can damage him. I'm perfectly confident that Bang can damage him. Bang can damage everybody. One said, they already fought. Bang could not damage Darkshine, but Darkshine cannot get close enough to Bang because of his martial arts. So here's the deal, though. The problem with that fight was that were it prolonged, similar to the Garo versus... See, in my opinion, here's the crux. Here's the crux. What happened to Darkshine during the Garo fight? Think about it. Think about it for a second. What happened to Darkshine? Garo kept getting up. The moment Darkshine's confidence wavers, he's screwed. His defense goes to nil, to nothing. Bang would never, ever stop coming forward. Darkshine would eventually, confidence would win out. He would falter because he couldn't land a hit. It would be the same situation with Garo. I don't know why anybody thinks otherwise. It's so easy to see that it'd be a duplicate of the Garo versus Darkshine fight. Bang would continue to press the advantage. Darkshine eventually would lose confidence in his abilities because he wasn't able to hit Bang, and then Bang would hit him. Problem solved. Tenryo said this arc is dragging on big time. Yeah, it really is. One said, no kidding. Keishan Prime said, what part is he on? Dude said, DS just punched Evil Natural Water. And hey, Keishan, how you doing? So, yeah. So, I really hate the bottom of page 11. It's a ripoff of Alex Louise Armstrong. It's not a homage like Vib's trying to convince me it is. It's just pure stupid. Alright, so now, jumping over to page 12. We got people jumping back. It's Bang and Genos and Tatsumaki. Hey, it's Black Sperm. Looks like those dish rags are on the last legs, huh? Well then. And Black Sperm expands himself into 1,000,000 black sperms. Well, not 1,000,000, but a stupid amount of black sperms. Back you go, and slams, attacks all the black sperms that he got into, attacked. Now, of course, a Bang is okay, even carrying Tank Top Master. He's deflecting the blows. But unfortunately, Genos took the brunt of the assault. And even Bang notices this and says, Genos, boom, multiply, surround them, beat them up. So now Bang is there, but he dropped Tank Top Master on the floor, so now Bang is able to easily. Bang is in full form. He should be able to take these fuckers down. We're seeing swivels. We're seeing slashes. Wait a minute. Oh! 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 We're seeing swivels. We're seeing slashes. And then we're seeing... Boom, 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 boom. Who said Bang couldn't beat the shit out of Darkshine again? Who was that again? Look at what he just did to Black Sperm. Easily. No diff. I hate to use that shit. I hate to use, like, new age terms. I hate new age terms. I hate old age terms, for fuck's sake. I hate lamau. I hate lol. I hate ha-has. I hate all that shit, right? I hate text talk. I really do. But I also hate the whole no diff, low diff, mid diff, high diff shit. But it applies here when I can honestly say, bang, no diffed, black sperm, no diffed. He didn't try to do this. It was instinctual. God love him. And then Genos. Genos next page. Or next panel, I guess. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Keeping Tatsumaki safe. Black sperms. What? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So we saw the flowing water rock fist. And then we saw the atomic slashes. It was bang, and then atomic samurai. It wasn't Genos himself. He was slamming himself into the rock, trying to save Tatsumaki. And then, black sperm, shot. So you scatter all over this place again like trash, huh? Special blade testing monster. Atomic samurai has shown up. Atomic samurai! Leave it to me. Just get those two out of here. Okay, Grim is going to be stoked as fuck that Atomic Samurai's got 2.0. Fight 2.0 against Black Sperm. It's going to be good. I have a feeling Atomic Samurai's going to lose, though. Too many people have hyped up Black Sperm. You know what? There's a problem with the webcomic gang. They hype up characters that they should not have. Now, in their defense, they didn't know that Murata was going to be a total dick about releasing chapters at a proper pace. But, at the same time, they still shouldn't have hyped it up. Black Sperm has been hyped before I knew what One Punch Man was. The moment I found out about One Punch Man, Black Sperm there was the Sperm gang already in Grimm's Discord. When I learned about One Punch Man, before season 2, the anime of One Punch Man came out, the Sperm gang existed. How many years has that been? I feel like the webcomic gang, I feel like they need to settle down a little bit. Because I remember, and I'm still waiting for him to do something. Like, in this particular instance, I would assume the Black Sperm would lose. But because of the Sperm gang, I'm going to assume he's going to win. Technically, spoiler. It's like today or yesterday, I was in Misk's Discord. And in another series, I was about to talk about all the bad endings or potentially good endings of long-running shonen. But then I realized, when I said a few of the common ones, right? Then I realized I can't name certain ones. Because certain ones, whether good or bad, certain people in Miss Discord have yet to read. And then I felt bad and I went, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about this series. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that. You know what I mean? The webcomic gang is not so forward thinking. At least I think, because I know right now that Atomic Samurai is not going to win against Black Sperm. That is just not going to happen. Black Sperm needs to kill Saitama by the hype he's got. So let's just see. So Atomic Samurai is ready for this fight. but we know from spoilers that he's not. Bang and Genos run away. Leave it to you, says Black Sperm. Can you be a sandbag then? Moronic Samurai. And they throw the punches at the Atomic Samurai and he's been diced up. He's diced up. He's diced up like he's in a meat slicer. God, that looks good. Atomic said, if I don't chop you up, you won't multiply immediately, will you? I can just beat you to death, right? And he keeps slashing him. Boom! Bastard. Okay, so Atomic Samurai got some moves. We can't deny he's got some moves here. He's got some moves. Now, Bang is keeping away all the Black Sperms with, of course, water flowing rock fist and whatever. And Genos is running alongside him. I won't be able to hold them off at this rate, says Bang. Silverfang, it would be bad to keep him pursuing us like this. Does that mean there's some kind of secret emergency backup up ahead? Well, thanks a ton for helping me slaughter more efficiently, says Black Sperm. And then, oh, come on. No. No, 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 no. You're done. You're out. Your count is settled. Well, let's check the chat because I have a feeling that people are going to have words for me about this. But yeah. One said the main reason was because Garo combined both styles of Bang and Bomb. Also, what are you describing about Bang not letting up is what happened on the fight versus Darkshine versus Bang. Yeah, but once again, Darkshine would have lost had the fight continued. One said Bang, even when being relentless, could not really damage Darkshine. But had it continued, that's the point. One said Black Sperm is not that durable, by the way. Clearly not. Vip said Black Sperm is not durable compared to Darkshine at all. Once again, guys, but once again, the webcomic, you guys spoiled me on that shit. Everybody spoiled me. Going into Grimm's Discord spoils anybody that Black Sperm is supposed to be like the shit. That's not my fault. That's not my fault that I think that Black Sperm... Nobody called themselves Evil Natural Water Gang. Nobody called themselves Homeless Emperor Gang. Everybody called themselves Sperm Gang. So, you guys can play it off, but it's, you know. One said, BS can literally be crushed by rocks and cut by blades. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not he's durable. I'm saying that he's apparently strong as shit. One said, wait, you don't think we hype him anymore? No, I think you do. I'm saying that at the end of the day, it's been 4 fucking years of hyping this dude, and he has done nothing. One said, we just toned it down. If only you knew. AGE said, shh. One said, not a spoiler. He knows we stand in hype. Yes, that's my point. 4 years. 4 fucking years I have been spoiled that Black Sperm is going to do something. So when I see Black Sperm go up against somebody, I automatically assume Black Sperm is going to win because everybody hypes this fucker up. Unless it's the biggest troll of all time. One said he knew about it for like 2 to 3 years. Yeah, plus 3 years, yeah. One said, knew you would have that reaction when she got up. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Vib said, hey, I never hyped up black sperm. Vib. I will do 19 Dragon Ball references just to piss you off if you keep up that attitude. Don't test me, Vib. One said, we have never said he is more durable. I never said about... Why is everybody talking about durability? I never talked about durability. I said that black sperm, you guys hyped him up to be the god of the universe. The good dude who would fight Saitama level. So, like, I didn't say durable. When did I ever use the term durable? Everybody's using the term durable. Just that he is hype. You actually call yourself homeschooling. Oh, well. MC Dude also said, well, sperm gang sounds funny, so it gets traction. Was this all a troll? If this was all a troll, you know what? Great troll, guys. Great fucking troll. If black sperm if Atomic Samurai just fucking goes and kills black sperm, you know what? I'd be happy. I'd be fine with it because I'd be so happy to know that fucking... Regardless what happened in the webcomic, let's assume that in the webcomic, black sperm was like the ultimate, was supposed to be the Orochi, and then he gets cut down by Atomic Samurai. That would not only make Grimm jizz his fucking pants multiple times for a week, but also it would just make me happy. It would just make me happy because I feel like finally I have the answer. Black sperm was shit. He was nothing. It was just a big troll. Like, you guys did not know it was a troll, but it was the ultimate troll that you guys did not know was the troll. I would be happy with that. One said, I don't think Viv was when we're the gang, so he is innocent. One, check your English. Vib said, the messages are in context to you saying Bang can damage Darkshine and in context to Black Sperm versus Atomic. Bang can damage Darkshine. Guys, he can do it. Give him long enough time. We never saw a battle to the death. Eventually, Bang would attack and damage Darkshine. Darkshine doesn't take damage from Garo either. But he lost confidence. Remember, he's basically Pernida from Bleach. And now apparently Alex Louis Armstrong. Let's not go down that road again. But he's basically fucking... No, he's not Pernida. He's fucking... what's his name? He's the Stern Ritter from Bleach. He's the one who... Hey, I'm going to hype you up because you're the hero. You're the main protagonist. Plot armor, San. He's plot armor. The moment he loses the idea that he's not the main character, he's going to take damage. That's what Darkshine is. He's a ripoff of the Stern Ritter. So, when he takes damage, it'll be all good. That's what I'm saying. Bang could beat Darkshine. MC Dude said you might have trolled yourself. Maybe so. Maybe I did troll myself. Who knows? One said Gerard? No. What the fuck is his name? Stern Ritter. I need to know the names of the Stern Ritter. Give me a second. Master Masculine. S, the superstar. Master Masculine was able to, because he was remember, like, he kept getting powered up. It was like, you're the best, you have plot armor, you're all good, right? Yeah, no. And one said, oh, Master Masculine. Yeah. Though he does not lose power if he loses confidence. No, but it's like, Darkshine is a bad version of Master Masculine. It's, you gain power by confidence, but you don't lose power. In Darkshine's case, you lose power. Bib said, "You're pretty insistent that Darkshine is an amalgamation of ripoffs." Well, he did rip off black people, so... Shots fired! I mean, initially his character ripped off black people. So, I mean, from here we're just punching up at this point. But yeah, no, Darkshine is... Can you not see it? Like, does nobody else see this shit? Like, listen, there's a difference between a homage and a ripoff. It's a fine line to draw, but there is a difference. Maybe I'm the only one who sees it. And I'm not trying to be biased towards... Once again, I still like Darkshine. I just don't like what One and Murata is deciding to do for him. I think that One and Murata should not made him black. That was a terrible idea. And number two, I don't think that giving him the homage of the whole the whole Alex Louis Armstrong thing was a great idea at that junction. And then number three, I don't think they should have done the the masculine power up. It would have been fine. Listen, it would have been fine had Darkshine gone into despair. After the Garo fight, I still like Darkshine. His backstory, problem. I'm white and I don't like the fact that he was a black guy. He's a black character. Darkshine is black. But apparently he's not. That's terrible. That's got so many, lawsuits written all over it. But at this point, if we go on the line that, okay, accept that part, the fact of the matter is that Darkshine had a character development arc ready to go through, and he just got over it. Seriously, you guys bitch about Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail had better character development for every single one of their characters in more chapters. More chapters than that. Darkshine is not a well-written character. Darkshine had 40 pages to get over his character development. Fairy Tail gives their characters at least 25 chapters. And Fairy Tail's a bad series? What the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get how... I just don't get it. Because Darkshine is an amalgamation of ripoffs. I didn't make him that way. Murata did. Don't blame me. I'm just seeing the facts. Now, okay, so we're going to jump back in because, oh my god, I can't stand this shit. We're not even going to talk about the Tatsumaki bullshit right now because I'm just too exhausted. It's bullshit. Guys, if you don't think it's bullshit, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Let's move on. Genos, I'll leave the master to you. Roger, Genos runs off. Black Sperm trying to buy me something like, boom, Darkshine is attacking. He says, it doesn't matter how much protein you've got or how dark you may be. You guys just don't have enough shine. Shine? Don't look down on me. And now Black Sperm is pissed. And that's the end of the chapter. Oh, well, that was the end. Okay, I thought there would be more to that. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why Vib wanted me to read this chapter. I don't know why he thought I would like this chapter. Or maybe he just... I think... Sometimes I think Vib is like sort of a masochist. Like he's sort of like... Not a masochist for himself, but like an external masochist. Where it's just kind of like... Oh, there's going to be a chapter that Griever's going to fucking hate. Let's see him fucking squirm. You know? Isn't it, or is that a sadist? Is a sadist like basically an external masochist? I don't know. Anyways. Viv said, not gonna lie, Griever, I haven't heard a single fucking person talking about Fairy Tale. Well, back in the day you would have, Viv. Back in the day you would have. See, Fairy Tale, about, give it 6 years ago, Fairy Tale was on everybody's lips. Long before one decided to darken the doorsteps of manga and ruin it forever. I love saying hot takes? I love saying that shit. Makes everybody lose their collective shit. One said, that's a sadist to join the Pandoras. Yeah, I sometimes think that Viv's being a bit of a sadist. Viv said, I'll be honest, this was a good chapter because of Darkshine, but you seem to hate his character currently, so you didn't like it. Yeah, no, I don't like his character currently. I liked his character when he was down in the dumps. It made sense. After his I liked him during the Gara fight. I liked him afterwards when he was basically a mess because he realized that he was a failure or whatever. And I hated, if you recall, Viv, were you in that stream? Remember I forget what chapter it was, but the chapter that Sweet Mass basically gave him a fucking Captain America speech, and all of a sudden he shook himself out of 40 years of depression. That takes years of therapy. Like, I just, it was too quick. Give me 6 months, an arc later, and Darkshine shows up in the next arc as the badass again. Fine dandy. But not after being completely decimated, completely destroyed. Darkshine's a good character. His character development arc happened too quickly. Like, I didn't like any of that. You know what I mean? And I didn't dislike the chapter, but Tatsumaki doing her shit, bullshit. But the chapter overall, I mean, it was a they fight chapter. It was pretty good. It wasn't a bad chapter. I liked it. For what it was. One said, because of how shit the ending was, plus the annoying I have my friends so I will win. Yeah, I mean, that was Fairy Tale as a T. Viv said, yeah, I was there. 40 years of depression. I mean, how old is Darkshine? I said 40 because I assume. Let me see. How old is Darkshine? Darkshine is 27. Sorry, not 40 years of depression. So 20 odd years of depression. Sorry, not 40 years of depression, but 20 years of depression that he suffered with all of a sudden come crashing down on him in the Gara fight. One monologue by a not Chris Evans ends up making him back to full form was bullshit. It was stupid. It's stupid. I don't like it. One said he only got depression when he lost. He did not have it before. Incorrect. He always had it. He did not recognize it or acknowledge it. He always had the depression. He always thought he wasn't good enough. That was actually stated in that chapter, if I'm not mistaken. He never thought he was good enough. So he packed on the muscles. It was a barrier. It was an escapism. He used detrimental. I actually talked to my wife about this, guys, and she's a doctor in this field, so pretty sure she knows what she's talking about. Darkshine used escapism to an umph degree. Darkshine is actually a great character, just misused in this instance by Murata N1. But Darkshine is a great character because he suffered from depression his entire life, and he refused to acknowledge it, and he used escapism through muscle, through power, through strength, to make himself feel better. Some people get a porn addiction, like masturbation addiction. Some people get a gambling addiction. Some people go into the bottle. Some people, some people go into the bottle. Some people take up cigarettes. Everybody takes an escapism. Everybody takes a path. Everybody goes onto internet forums. Everybody goes to Facebook groups. Whatever is your thing, they go to that. Darkshine went to the gym. Darkshine's thing for escapism was the gym. And he took that. But he was suffering from depression since he was a little kid. His whole life. And what pisses me off is that this is a story where people want me to accept that Saitama is more than a one-dimensional character, but then they're going to take Darkshine, a three-dimensional character, and give me a fucking instant, yeah, you're cured, in one chapter, one speech. Don't like it. Vib said, I don't know, man. You seem to be making his despair much worse than it is. Vib, I'm gonna remind you that a dude the size of Dwayne Johnson was doing this. I'm useless. I'm going to remind you that a dude that weighs 400 pounds was doing that in the fetal position. Don't tell me his despair was not at the level I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. What are you talking about, Vib? Jesus. I've suffered through anxiety, depression, and stress that some of you will never know. I've been in jail. And let me tell you, I never went into that position. So, and I was a 19-year-old kid. And I didn't go into the fetal position. I didn't eat for 3 days and I thought I was going to die. But I never went into the fetal position. So, no. Yeah. One said doctor does not equal or equal psychologist. Well, actually, my wife is technically a psychologist. She's a behavioral analyst in the field of specializing in autism and behavioral analysis, I guess. But she has degrees in psychosis and therapy and blah, blah, blah. Vib said, you talked to your wife about Darkshine? I actually did, because I was curious about that. Actually, after that chapter, I talked to her about it. I usually talk to my wife about a lot of these things, guys. Whenever our streams, just so you guys are aware, I mean, not everybody's here, but whenever we, even in Record of Ragnarok, I talk to my wife about Zero from Record of Ragnarok. I like to get her perspective because she is qualified. Like, she's got multiple degrees in multiple fields. She's got multiple courses, right? And she is a specialist in human, like that field. Her field is the mind and how we perceive things, how we think, our behaviors. Her field is behavior. So behavior is based in, what's behavior based in? Well, behavior is based in your thinking process, your emotions, your do's and don'ts, everything. So she needs to have a radical understanding of all of the factors that make up one's behavior. So she's very qualified to talk about these things. So that's why I always talk to her about these, and that's where I get I should credit some of my insight to her on following streams, because she gives me a lot of insight into how that represents. It doesn't matter if it's mythological or if it's fantasy or whatever, or it's superpowers or whatever. The psychosis of the matter is still relevant. And that's what bothers me when I see a psychosis character, somebody who's been traumatized or is suffering through an actual depression or an anxiety or a complex, and it's instantly solved. That's not realistic, and that pulls me out of the moment, and that pisses me off. And Darkshine is one of those examples. Darkshine was suffering from depression for a very long time, and he recognized it, which is a good... It sucks at the time, but it's a good step. You need to acknowledge that. Why are you building up all these muscles? Why do you want to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Darkshine? What is inspired? Like, why are you doing this? When you start asking the fundamental questions of how, what, and why, all of a sudden you break these things down. But nobody asked him these questions, so he kept building and building and building. And then finally, somebody beat him down where his muscles couldn't shield him. And then the depression crushed him. It weighed him down like a typhoon, like a goddamn tsunami. It was a flood. And the pressure of the ocean was weighing him down. The fact of the matter is that it was great character. Not for Garo necessarily. Garo's already a good character. But Darkshine himself is a fantastic character because he went through that with his fight with Garo. And now he aced out of it. That's not realistic. That's not even character realistic. That's just stupid. It makes no sense. I mean, you guys can disagree, but that's just the way I feel about it. Let's see. One said 400 pounds. I think he might weigh 1K, to be honest. Yeah, one, you're not wrong. One said, what you said about Zero. Interested in that. Zero. Oh man. She had a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Because honestly, me and her disagree on Zero. You guys who actually disagree with me about Zero's character, you love my wife because she's more on your guys' side. She's more like 70-30 on your guys' side about Zero. She sees my standpoint. I don't know if you guys do, but she sees my standpoint on Zero, but she disagrees with it. So me and her, Zero, like, that's why I'm so excited about the next Record of Ragnarok chapter, because I want to read that and then talk to my wife about it and get like a serious perspective on his character. I'm hoping we're going to delve in more to his mindset, his deteriorating mindset, because Zero is one of the most fascinating characters, in my opinion, and he's the most empathetic and sympathetic character in the entire series. But you guys disagree, so does my wife. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm not saying my wife always proves my point, guys. Like, my wife proves my point in this scenario with Darkshine because, well, she's a doctor and none of us are, so gonna lean towards the one with the PhD. But in the other case, yeah. So sometimes it backfires on me. It's like, yeah, my wife said she's a doctor, but she totally disagrees with my point. Fuck. You know? So sometimes it backfires on me, you know? One said, yeah, it's quite interesting how all of it works in investigating, observing cases like those. Yeah, like, it's actually really interesting. My wife doesn't really care for manga and stuff, but she loves Death Note. She's made in-depth analysis about L, N, and Light. And those analysis are just like, I love Death Note long. Like, I knew Death Note before my wife. I was a teenager and I watched Death Note and stuff. She gives me, like, She's one of those people. You ever watch like a YouTuber or something, like a therapist or something like that, like therapist react, doctor reacts or whatever, and they just blow your mind like you never thought about it. Something that you've loved for like 10, 20 years, and you just watch it and you're like, oh my God. Oh my fucking God, yes. And you never thought of it in that context. Like, that's what my wife does to me sometimes, and it freaks me out. It honestly does, because she doesn't like anime or manga in general. She does not, which sucks for me. But yeah, it's crazy. Vib said, anyway, about his durability, you expected him to bleed from Evil Natural Water's chest, so I think you're underestimating his durability against Bang. Continuing next. Maybe. I just expected... It's not that... You know what? That was the wrong statement. I'll give that to you, Vib. Darkshine would be able to block if he was full confidence, peak physical form. I'm Alex Luis. Darkshine. He would be able to block that. Yeah. Okay. But I think I didn't like the fact, subconsciously, I didn't like the fact that he was coming back to that point. So, yeah. Because once again, I don't believe he should be at the point to be that confident yet. But yeah, no, his durability can't be denied. Darkshine, actually, I would argue Darkshine, durability-wise, is in the top 10. Not top 10 strongest in the verse, but top 10 durability? Yeah, I would argue that. Easy. One said, acknowledging the problem is actually one of the hardest and biggest steps on recuperating. And that's what Darkshine did. He did it in the Garo fight. It was from a despair standpoint, but he acknowledged it, but it doesn't just happen, and then boom, 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 Chris Evans, Captain America speech, boom, you're back to full form. That's what pisses me off. That's all one. Vib said, sure, he might get emotionally overwhelmed, but would get damaged. We've never seen anything even scratch him, even after he got depressed. But, like, at this point, anyways, we're jumping through hoops. One said, yeah, Darkshine, even if emotionally defeated, did not take a single scratch. I mean, he took an emotional scratch, which you could argue is more damaging. Vib said, Griever's wife credible. Let's go. Yeah, I'd like to think she's credible. She's more credible than me, honestly, guys. Like, if you were to get her to watch like an anime, like a full, like, let's say it's a 50 episode anime, and you were to get her to say, hey, pay attention to this character, like, because she's disinterested. That's the problem. Like, I had her watch a few animes, and sometimes she doesn't really get it or get the context. But if you tell her, focus on this character and point it to her, she will go into this mindset of being a therapist. And she'll calculate everything as though it's a patient talking to her about her experiences. And then you will get a 3D insight into that character. It's crazy. She does this with movies sometimes. She's pissed off at me because I call movies all the time that she loves. But because I can always call, like, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And she's always like, oh, fuck. But that's just because I know so much about fiction. But she'll do that, and it's just like, it's astounding to me. Like, it's something that I couldn't do. So it's crazy. One says, I mean, what's her standpoint? On Zero? She thinks, I assume you mean Zero. And one says, I took classes for psychology a whole while back. Yeah, Light and L are psychopaths, sociopaths. On Zero, she believes that Zero is suffering from a matter of not only personality disorder, but he's also suffering from what people perceive as a superiority complex is in fact an inferiority complex. And the reasons for that will be in the next stream. Yeah, I just did that. That was fun. But no, she really does think that. Because he does not suffer from a superiority complex like I've seen a lot of commenters say. And I've always disagreed with that. He does not suffer from a God complex. He suffers from an inferiority complex. And part of this is like circumstantial and headcanon, you could say. But part of it is also like logistic. Because remember, we have to apply. The one problem with applying ourselves to certain characters, especially in Record of Ragnarok, is you need to be able to put yourself in the situation. So, for example, we don't know who Zero's parental figures were, if he even had any. And we need to, from our limited understanding, from my wife's understanding, given her degrees, she needs to base assumptions that he had parents and they're no longer around for X, Y, and Z reason. And she needs to also formulate an opinion based on that. We all need to. And that's, so it's a biased opinion because we don't know, because once you delve into that, it's like, well, who were Zero's parents? Did he even have parents? It's like, well, maybe not, but you can't say no, you can't say yes, but, you know, so we're limited by the human psyche in that regard. So, Light and Elle are psychopaths, sociopaths. I forget what she called them. I do forget what she called them. She understood Elle a lot more than Light, but she thought that actually, believe it or not, she thought Elle was more evil. Given the way he went about things, like throughout the series, she believed that Elle was actually more evil. And I think it was I remember her reasoning why, because I asked her this. She thought Elle was more evil, even though Light and Elle were both evil in her minds. But by her definition, and she explained it like 1,000 times. But she explained that Elle was more evil because, unlike Light, who she considered to be delusional with the idea of being a god, Elle knew he was immortal and chose to do these abhorrent acts in the name of justice. She thought Elle was more evil because Elle knew he wasn't God. Elle knew he was just a human being, a human man who would eventually die, who would live 80 odd years and die, but still chose to act like he was a god and make decisions based on a premise of being powerful. And she thought that was more evil because at the very least, Light is delusional in his idea of being God and becoming God. Elle knows better, but still chooses to do abhorrent acts in the name of justice. And she thought that was worse because Light's not self-aware. Elle is self-aware, yet chooses to go just as far as Light. And that makes him technically more evil because there's no lengths that Elle won't go to, which then we're into the process of who is really human. Then we're talking about the process of humane and humanity as a whole. And actually, that's very profound, and I actually agreed with that when I rewatched the series and I watched how El delegated himself. I realized, like, yeah, El is kind of he's actually the creator said the biggest thing about El is that he's a liar, and he is a liar because he's the biggest hypocrite in the world. He fights for justice, but he lays down justice. He's judge, jury, and executioner. So he's no real better, but he's self-aware of that fact, and he never tries to stop it. So it's crazy. Let's see. Vib said, has she posted the Death Note analysis somewhere? No, not at all. Me and her have watched it like 3 times together, and I always ask her because she's smarter than me. That's why. Vib said, you should just give her the channel to get to 1,000 subs. Vib, fuck off. But yeah, no, actually, I would bring when my wife is here, I'll probably bring her on the channel a couple of times. You guys would probably like to talk to her, wouldn't you? Who would like to talk to my wife? Anybody want to talk to my wife? Do you want to see her here on the channel? Like, I can bring her on here when she finally fucking gets here after COVID's sort of died down. When she's back living here, then I can bring her on the channel if you guys are interested. Doesn't bother me. She's shy, but whatever. One said, her assessment seems accurate so far. Of course it is. She's a doctor. One said, your point also has good basis too. I thought so. MC Dude said, the channel New World Review had a series where he had his psychologist wife watch through episodes of an anime to get her thoughts and commentary. It's done pretty well. You know, had I jumped on that hype train, I probably should have, and I didn't. There's always a hype train that I don't jump on quick enough. There's always something. Jujutsu Kaisen, reactions, reviews, whatever. It's always something. I always miss out. One said they are very similar. One said it does have some good analysis, to be honest. Light was intoxicated believing he was a god, and thus he is correct. Al does not think he is a god, but does fuck up shit and has no limits to what he will do in the name of his justice. This is why I love Death Note. Correct. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the core reason that my wife is actually smarter than me, because she made me realize, like, I thought the Death Note was a 3-dimensional series. She made me see it as a 4-dimensional series. You know what I mean? Like she opened the floodgates to amazing thinking. Like, I always thought, like, well, L's doing everything the right way, but it's like, no, he's actually evil too. It's like, how is L evil? Like, from a casual Death Note standpoint, how would you ever see L as evil? But he's clearly evil. The moment you bring up the facts, he's evil. Now, is he a lesser evil? That's up for debate, but yeah. Vib said, that sounds interesting if she's fine with it. I mean, yeah, probably. One said, Griever wife reveal stream. Yeah, at 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 subscribers, we'll have my wife on. Dark Knight said, bring her. And hello, Griever, says Dark Knight. Hey. Vib said, why can't she come back? I thought Canada was doing well with COVID and America's got its shit together. One said, it's funny how people think Elle is a good person. Yeah, Elle is actually not a good person. But I like Elle. I definitely like Elle as a character. I really do. And I also actually like Light because I agree with his sentiment. It's sick, but it worked. And you can't deny that, like, if the Death Note existed, had Death Note happened in the real world, you can't deny the crime rate would go down. And that is good for the world as a whole. It's shitty and it sucks, but we can't deny those facts. I don't think. I think that's... Oh yeah, what did Viv ask? Why can't she come back? She can, but it would cost me $5,000. If you want to get, if you, oh, you can't. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, guys, we'll do a GoFundMe page through Super Chat, and when you donate me $5,000, so I can get her here, then you can have your wife reveal. So yeah. But yeah, to explain it in a very quick way is that she is vaccinated, but to cross the international border between America and Canada right now, you need to go to one of 4 designated airports in Canada from America. When you reach said airport, which is not here, you need to then go to a government-approved hotel at your own cost. You need to stay there for 3 days while they test you for COVID. They test you when you get there. You wait 3 days for the results. When you're clear and free to go, then you can fly anywhere in Canada. Then you go from Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, or Calgary, and then you fly to anywhere you want. Then you have to quarantine for 14 days in your chosen place. So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of bullshit. And we just don't really want to deal with it right now. I mean, eventually we probably just will. But it's, yeah. It's a thing. Because at our own expense, it costs about $2,000 to put her up at a hotel in Toronto. And then that's not including plane tickets. And then you're not having a connecting flight after 3 days, right? So now you have to buy 2 sets of plane tickets. You have to buy a set of plane tickets from wherever she is to Toronto, and then from Toronto to Halifax. So now that's doubling the price of plane tickets, right? Because connecting flights aren't exactly the same as buying 2 flights. Then I need to take either my entire vacation to quarantine with her for 14 days, or I need to take 2 weeks off of work, so 2 lost paychecks. So, kind of a shitty deal. See what I'm saying? Now, once again, I'm very glad that my wife is vaccinated because, once again, vaccines, it's just what we're supposed to do. Once, like, everybody's asking, like, when will this shit end? When will masks end? When will COVID end? It's like, get rid of the anti-vaxxers. Then you'll have a solution, because once everybody's vaccinated, nobody gonna care. You know who cares about the Spanish influenza? You know who cares about measles? You know who cares about the mumps? Or hepatitis C or B? Or polio? You know who? Not this cat, because I got my vaccinations before I was fucking 2 years old. Because get vaccinated, people. Get fucking vaccinated. It's so simple. Everybody asking, when is it going to be done? When everybody's vaccinated. Once everybody's vaccinated, there won't be COVID-19 anymore. There won't be a need for masks or lockdowns anymore, because everybody will be vaccinated. Problem solved. Guess what? When was the last time you heard of a measles outbreak, or polio, or hepatitis C? You know when? Never. Because we all got inoculated because we were children. We got our vaccines. Jesus. It wasn't difficult back in the day. God, I miss the 90s. You took your kid to the hospital. You took your kid to the doctor. Fucking they were like, oh, they're missing their vaccination. Pump, pump, pump. Problem solved. It's like people are scared of doctors. They didn't go. They didn't go. At 20 years old, nobody decided, hey, I'm going to be miserable the next 10 years of my life, be in crippling debt just to piss off people and make pharmaceutical companies rich. Nobody, no doctor decided that, guys. Think about it. No guy in their, a 45-year-old doctor did not decide, hey, you know what I want to do when I'm getting out of high school? I'm going to make pharmaceutical companies rich off bullshit. And I'm going to suffer for 10 to 12 years doing residency, doing doctorates, doing bullshit. I'm going to do it all. Yeah. See how stupid that fucking sounds? God. I can't stand anti-vaxxers. Worst fucking people since Trump supporters. Well, they existed before Trump supporters, so, yeah. One said, it's funny how many people think L is a good person. Yeah, he's not really. Excuse me. One said, I mean, a good example is when he got Misa and kidnapped her and hauled her for 50 days. Yeah, that was... Yeah. I mean, I understand the precautions he took, but the 50 days was, yeah. It was crazy. Dark Knight said, by the way, Griever, I will take time for my chapter that I'm making. Oh, well, you take your time. The drawings you sent me were amazing, Darkwing. So definitely take your time on them and don't rush them. Don't rush them. You have really good art. Take your time. Make sure your stencils and everything are really good, like your line drawings and stuff. And your ink work and blah, blah, blah. And you're doing better than I could, so definitely do it. One said, yeah, it was brought on in episode 3. They did say how crime was going down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they said how crime was, like, dropping at a stupid rate. And after the thing happened in Death Note, they said that crime dropped, like, by 80%. Now, I don't know if that would be an accurate interpretation, but you honestly think that it would be more. Like, who the fuck would do anything knowing they could die? You know? Dark Knight said vaccines are shit and false propaganda. Ooh, Dark Nightwing. I'm not going to say anything bad about you, bro. I'm going to say to agree to disagree. Vaccines are never shit. You probably are vaccinated for something. Measles, mumps, something. And they have never been false propaganda. They're medical miracles. Realistically. They're miracles. They're a bunch of people working diligently for years to develop these things. And people who think that COVID was, like, how did they push this thing out so far? Well, when you have all of the top minds in the world working simultaneously, sharing information to work on something, guess what? FDA approval doesn't exactly happen over 5 years when you have everybody working on it. You know. FDA approval over 3 years is because you only have Americans working on it, or Canadians, or Russians. When you have all of them working on it, it's a little different. One question mark says, I mean, yeah, the vaccines are not as tested as normal ones because they were made in a hurry, but I would not say they are shit. No, they are not. There are some vaccines that were pushed out very quickly that are not good, like the Johnson & Johnson one and stuff. But the Pfizer one is apparently very safe. It's very good. It's got a 89 or 91%. It's basically birth control. If you want to look at it that way, it's like a birth control method for COVID. And once you get your second inoculation, and after the 21 days, of course, after the second inoculation. But no, vaccines have never been shit. vaccines are one of the greatest inventions ever, like of human science. I don't understand anybody who would, you know. MC Dude said, "Oh Lord," once said, "Lol." Miss, sorry guys. So tired. So tired. Miss Content said, "Oh Christ, what have I returned to?" Says Miss Content. You've returned to the shit show, and your host is Griever, as always. Your host with the most. One said politics. Oh God, yes. One Dark Knight said, I mean the corona vaccine, my bad. The corona vaccine is okay, Dark Knight. It's seriously the Pfizer one. I understand if you have feelings towards the other ones, like the Johnson & Johnson one, and etc. and blah blah blah. But the actual Pfizer vaccine has been known to work. It's successful, and at the end of the day, when you think about it from a logistic standpoint, what would you other have? Like, what's the alternative? So this thing is, right now it's 89% effective, apparently. But let's say it was 50 shot. Would you gamble your grandmother's life over 100 or 50? Would you take a 50 shot or a 100 shot? Right? Or your grandfather or your uncle or your whatever. Right? So I always thought that, once again, like, maybe these vaccines aren't perfect yet. Yeah, maybe they're not perfected. But you know the flu shot you get every year? You know that's a different strain every fucking year. It's not the same flu shot you got when you were a kid. So, like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Miss Connor said, I just got my second dose of Moderna the other day. Modrina? I don't know which one that is. There was there was the Pfizer, there was the one that started with an A, and there's the Johnson & Johnson. What's the Moderna one? I don't know which one that is, Miss. And why don't you get it? You're 18. What the fuck? I'm still not getting mine until July. I'm 30. One said, yeah, in my opinion, I say don't listen to people. Go your doctor to make sure if the vaccine is good for you or if you're going to get fucked at it because of the secondary effects or pre-existing conditions you've already had. Right. One is talking the truth. One is saying, like, my parents, for example, my dad has too much iron in his blood and my mother has high blood pressure, right? They're both scrawny. It's fine. But the thing is that the Pfizer or whatever, not the Pfizer one, but the other one, is apparently giving blood clots to people. Now, why would my mother was a little hesitant to take that one because they already have pre-existing blood conditions. They're basic ones. Too much iron in the blood and high blood pressure. High blood pressure happens in everybody over 50. Who cares? But maybe it affects people like that. So they're waiting for the Pfizer shot. Just because there is no blood clot issue, right? Anything to do with blood. You can call them skeptics, you can call them they're not anti-vaxxers. They are going to get vaccinated. They just want to choose the vaccination. And I am totally for that. I am totally for if you are not willing to get a certain vaccination and you want, like, if you want the A vaccination, not the C vaccination, fine dandy. As long as you get vaccinated, I don't care which one you want. I don't care which one you take. Just take it so I can get my goddamn wife here for cheap. Seriously. At the end of the day, it's all about me. I just seriously am tired. My hand is tired, guys. I need I need my wife here. I'm 30 years old and I'm already married and the wedding cake was cut and yeah. One says, yeah, I at first was like a little skeptical because how fast they were made and distributed, but just ask your doctor about it. Exactly. If you're unsure, go ask your doctor about it. Go ask your doctor. They will tell you. Do a piss sample, do a sperm sample, do a piss sample, do a blood work sample, and check with your doctor, and they will tell you. That's all you need to do. You know, my buddy in Japan is a paramedic, previous paramedic, and he even said, he goes, nobody questioned when the H1N1 thing came out in 3 months. Because it did. Anybody remember swine flu? Anybody remember that? The H1N1 vaccine came out within 3 to 4 months. Nobody questioned it. Everybody's questioned 13 months, the entire world working on corona. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. Just think about the flu shot that you got 3 years ago. Guess what? It was developed in 3 months. Miss Khan said, I've had the vaccine in my bloodstream for a month and I haven't turned gay or gotten radiation poisoning, so I can say it's pretty safe. I mean, Miss, it's okay if you're gay, man. It's okay. I mean, does the ponytail do anything for you? I just got... I mean, did I shave too early for you, Miss? I gotta know. But Miss also said Moderna is one of the other 2 shots in the U.S. Oh, we have another one. We have Pfizer and something else, and maybe it's Moderna. The Johnson & Johnson was very, like, I don't even think it reached Canada. MC Dude said, Moderna is the American vaccine. Hell yeah, brother! Hell yeah, brother! Miss Condon said, in my state, they're letting kids 12 and up get it now. Pretty much everyone that wants a vaccine has gotten it here by now. That's fantastic. That's great news. Right now, we're hoping to... they said in Canada, we'll inoculate everybody by the end of the summer. So, yeah. But once again, we had a lot less numbers than you guys. Not going to point some numbers at anybody, but you guys had a bigger death toll. So, yeah, we took a smaller share of the vaccine. But yeah, they're hoping that everybody by the end of August will be vaccinated. One said, yeah, that was giving, that one was giving blood clots. Yeah, the Johnson & Johnson one. Or the, Advisor, or whatever it was. Advisor, something like that. One said, yep, I remember Dark Knight. Would you like to go to Japan one day? Of course I would. I want to go see my best friend. Max is in Japan, man. I want to go see my boy Max. Max is great. His real name is William, but I call him Max. One said, I did wait a while to take the flu shot because of how fast it was made, and I wanted to see if some really bad side effects popped up. I mean, I never really got the flu shot, but once again, I would not be adverse. If I went to my doctor and my doctor said, you need a flu shot, I'd be like, all right, well, I have WebMD on Google. You have a doctorate on the wall. I'm assuming you know what you're talking about. Right? Now, I'm not saying that every doctor doesn't fuck up. Actually, my grandmother got blood poisoning, and that's what killed her from a blood transfusion at the hospital. Once again, a myriad of mistakes made in that situation, but that doesn't mean I don't trust hospitals anymore. My grandmother's daughter, both her daughters, still work in the medical field, in the hospital field. So, you know, it like, you know, you're always gonna get that. Dark Knight said, I would go in there, but I want to avoid racism because I'm black. Whoa! Okay, I'm a white boy. How do I approach this? How do I approach this? How do I approach this without anybody canceling or shaming me? Number one, I agree. My wife can't go into an auto body shop. I need to do it, right? So I understand. But you need to do it. I know it's hard. It's a lot harder than for somebody like me to just walk into a clinic and get a shot or whatever. I understand that, and I guess I'm asking more of you than I would ask of myself in that regard because I am a white male. So it's easier for me. I understand that. But if you're a black male, black female, whatever, I understand that it's hard for you, but you need to. I don't know. I was about to say you need to do it for other people, but those people are treating you like crap. So, I mean, it's sort of like, fuck those people, right? So I get it. I do sort of in a very small sense, like in a 10% chance sense. I do get it. I do get it. Uh, that's sort of like, yeah, I'm getting vaccinated for who? These fucking white people who treat me like shit? Fuck them. I get that. I do. I'd say fuck them too. If I was black, I'd say fuck them. Hell, I don't like. Yeah, 50% of white people. I don't really like them. Half the people I meet, I don't like. Actually, to be fair, most of the black people I meet in Canada actually are my favorite people. At work, there are 3 black people that I love to run into. No, 4. 4. 4 black people. They make my day over any other white person in that building. If I cross them in the hall, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to have a great 3 seconds. I'm going to have a great 3 seconds. Because they're so happy. They're so vibrant with life. I don't know if it's I don't want to sound racist, but I don't know if it's a black thing or whatever. But literally, some of my favorite, literally my top, out of my top 5 favorite people at work, 4 of them are black. And there's black people at work. They're just the greatest people. They're so happy. They're so nice. They're so full with life. You can't not but smile when you see these people. They're just the greatest people. They're just the nicest, greatest people I've ever met. And I love them. I miss going to work. I haven't been to work in 3 weeks, and I miss them. I miss those people. Fuck all the white folk. I miss those guys. And Sylvia. Sylvia is an amazing. She's a cleaner, and she's very dark skinned and whatever. And she's a delight. Like, you run across her in the hall, and you wish you had more hours in the day to just talk to her. She's such a great person. So yeah, at the end of the day, I guess I got off track. Dark Knight, I don't know what you should do. All I'm saying, get your fucking vaccine. That's all I can say. Get your fucking vaccine. Whichever one you want, but get it. That's a responsible thing to do. Black, white, purple with pink polka dots, don't matter. You need to get it. That's all I can say. Once said, talking about doctors, I remember my family doctor don't drink, then you would find him on the bar drinking. I mean, do as I say, not do as I do is a very common concept that my father taught me a long time ago. Dark Knight is laughing and saying, we shouldn't care, honestly. Facts, I'm human too. Griever puts a smile on my face. I'm glad I make you laugh. At the end of the day, if I'm just the Joker going, and I'm doing that, but I'm at least making you laugh, not like the cynical, thing, then that's great. That's great. I'm gonna pause because I gotta pee. But then we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back. Thanks for that. The mic was muted. Thanks, Dark Knight. Yeah, for some reason I'm using a new hotkey, but the hotkey I guess is not listed for this particular type of stream because depending on the setup for OBS, I have different hotkeys for different setups. So I used the hotkey to unmute, but it was not the right hotkey. So thanks, Dark Knight, for letting me know. But he said, I'm not self-aware, Griever. I'm an introvert, but I love talking to people and strangers. And I simply said to that response was, I like to think of myself as not a stranger, Dark Knight. I'm a friend of everybody in here. Anybody who is talking to me. Anybody in the live chat who has talked to me on more than 3 streams, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are all pals. You guys are all friends. That's as far as I'm concerned. If you want to think of me as a stranger, if you just want to think of me as a guy to talk to, whatever, you know what? Think of me that way. That's cool. That's cool. But if you need somebody to talk to, I'm always here. I'm always here. Seriously. Like, I wouldn't DM me or anything like that because I never respond to DMs. I'm very bad for that. But, like, on stream, I'll spend an hour if somebody were to ever come to me. If Dark Knight, if you, or One, or Vib, or Misk, or anybody were, or MC Dude, if anybody were to come to me and say, hey, I got a problem. I'm sorry to bring this up on stream, but this, XYZ is happening. I would talk about it on stream. I would help you through that. Because you guys are here for me just as much as I'm here for you. That's the way I look at it. It's a 50-50 relationship here. Dark Knight says, respect. I respect you, and I found your channel because of Taisei. Well, thank you very much, Dark Knight, and I hope your manga, your comic, makes it big. I really do, because I think your artwork is fantastic. I really do. We're 2 hours in. I just brought a bunch of beer in. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe nothing will happen. But let's jump into the Discord chat. Why not? Why not? What I'm gonna do? See what people are saying. We'll see what people are doing. I use Misks because of fun. Yeah, I'm going to use Misks just to steal from him. Because he's got more people in his Discord than I do in mine. So, anybody who wants to jump in, you have to join Misk's Discord. And then you jump into VC1. And then we'll be talking on stream. Just to piss Misk off, because he... Like, I feel like he's okay with it, but he also sometimes, like, why are you using my Discord to chat, like, on stream? Well, like, what the fuck are you doing? I feel like it's just funny. So, anybody who wants to chat can jump into VC1. It's all good. Oh, and see, we have Band in here saying, what am I doing in VC? And I'm just like, I am streaming and pirating Misk's VC. And even, see, Misk is even aware of it. He realizes that what I'm doing. Yeah. The funny thing is that Miss just put me on the spot. He said, join if you want to talk to him. And when people don't join and don't want to talk to me, It's going to make me feel very, very, very sad. And I'm going to be very disgruntled. I'm going to be a 30-year-old white male on a Friday night. So sad. Just sipping his beer. Or I'm not going to give a shit and I'm just going to work on another video for tomorrow night and blah, blah, blah. You know. And we also have Dark Knight saying thank you. And yes, I'm mad serious about my manga. What's your current favorite manga? My favorite manga, current favorite, I assume you mean like long running Dark Knight. My current favorite long running, probably One Piece. It's a pretty easy answer. I'm sorry that it's so generic. But yeah, One Piece. I think One Piece only because it's one of the long, like it's from my era, so to speak. I really do like Doctor Stone and Jujutsu Kaisen though. I love those series, but One Piece, while it's running, I don't think it'll be topped by anything that's coming out right now. I just don't. If Bleach was still running, Bleach would be ahead of One Piece for me. But yeah. So yeah.
You owe me a Griever.
Oh, who do we got in here? Oh, Dark Knight himself. What's going on, man?
I'm fine. What about you, Griever?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really glad that you're here on the voice chat. That's great. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your manga story a little bit here?
Okay, I won't spoil much, but I will talk about my manga in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's about a story where there are two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
There is a world where created by the sinner, and another world created by the saint. And in the world of a sinner, there is power, um, a power that's all about technology, and this power is dangerous. And throughout the story, you will see characters who will use this power to take advantage of others, and the main characters the main characters have their own goals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the story.
The
And
premise.
sorry, but I didn't hear
That's
you.
the premise of the story.
Yes, I also could add that they basically they they so my I will start with this. The name of my manga is Black Star Battle Zone. So they they basically created a arena for people to fight, and the winners can get access to can get access to stronger members
Mm-hmm.
who um, who can fight stronger threats. And you will see in the story that Black Star is still alive, because everyone is thinking that Black Star is dead, but basically he's alive, but he's reincarnated as someone else. And you will find out in the story who it is. So that's the story
Well,
basically.
it sounds like you have a pretty good story on hand, and actually, we have, as far as I'm aware, we have not banned, but clearly banned, in the chat who's also doing a manga or comic series. So, Band, I didn't get a chance to check out that teaser, but did that go over well, Band? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Oh, yeah. By the looks of it, everyone seemed to enjoy it.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to check it out yet, but I
Oh,
definitely will. I was very busy today, but I did
I
see
hope you
that.
enjoy it too.
Yeah, I will be checking it out, but I did happen to see the chibi version of me in the band's comic section, and I definitely enjoyed that. That looked
I'm very
adorable.
happy you did.
Yeah, that was adorable. Because I mean, clearly, my character is a drinker, a smoker, a gambler. He's all of the vices.
Those are the best kinds of characters.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So, um, but yeah. So, what we're I guess what we're sort of in here today. I mean, it moved from a One Punch Man reaction stream, which everybody hated me for, but that's usual, to basically just a chatting thing. Now, Band, I do have to ask one quick question because I already know that Dark Knight reads certain manga, but what manga do you read, Band? I don't think I've ever asked you about that.
Um, wow, good question. I read a lot of stuff. I mean, mainly shonen, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. But like, I read almost everything, and that's currently serialized in Jump.
Mm-hmm.
But a few of my favorites that I've been reading at the moment, one would be Tokyo Revengers.
Okay.
Um, what else? Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen, as most would know.
Well, yeah.
I've actually been reading One Punch Man, but I'm not caught up. I'm like 2 chapters behind right now. Um, and a few
That's
others.
ironic because you're in a live stream for the latest chapter, so that's funny.
Who, but yeah, that's all I've been reading as of late. I mean, honestly, I should probably catch up on some of the good stuff. Do you
Have
have
you read
recommendations
Seven
for me?
Deadly Sins?
Okay. Funny thing is, I actually did read. I downloaded like 100 chapters and read them on a flight once, but that was a while back. And where did I leave off? Shit. The last thing I remember was like I can't remember the name, but there was this like pig, right? And the pig got like killed apparently by
Mm-hmm.
a demon,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like kind of tearing up that the pig got killed or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like then the pig showed up again, but the pig was like really small, and that's where I left off.
Okay, so you basically saw Arc 1.
That
You
would be Arc
finished
One
the
then.
first arc. Um,
Did you read the whole 100 chapters on one flight?
Oh no, I mean going and coming back, I read it all.
How long were these flights?
It was how long was it? Like a 7 hour flight?
Where the hell are you going?
Places missed.
Oh,
Places.
I see the secret places you go to.
yeah. See, Band travels all over the world. Like Band and I, we were chilling just last week. I mean,
Yeah,
know.
And there's a
I wouldn't.
and there's an
We
enigma.
Yeah.
indeed. But
Well,
look forward to the chapter. Well, not chapter, but teaser. Griever. I mean, Misk enjoyed it. A lot of other people enjoyed it. So
I
that
will
made me
ask
feel
Miss,
warm inside.
did you enjoy the teaser that Band produced? I'm curious.
I did. The art was better than I'd expected. Even though I've already seen Van's art, he did some other stuff that I hadn't seen him do before, and I'm like, wow, this is actual like kind of decent manga quality stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting.
Pog.
Interesting. Um. Yeah, because personally, like I'm just super excited to see myself as a mentor character in full form, smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, and just being like, "All right, you little upstarts," and then sort of knock you down a peg, sort of like. and sort
I
of.
actually have an arc for that, so I'm really excited to draw that bit.
Is Griever just my mentor, or are we going to go to him seeking wisdom?
Well, I mean, I guess there's no reason for me not to say this. The idea was he was your mentor, but you did bring a few people along that wanted training as well, and they ended up getting trained by him as well.
Fun.
I
That's
mean,
not too big of a
I
spoiler.
mean, technically, it's not untrue, Misk. I mean, you have said on multiple occasions that you were inspired after watching my channel, among other channels,
Indeed.
but you were inspired by watching my channel to start your
Yeah.
channel. So, as a mentor, it just makes total sense. It really does.
Yeah, it all lines up.
Yeah, exactly. It works out great for the comic. It works out great for the storyline, and I think, like, I know that Band wrote the wrote the shit comic, and honestly, I had
That was
such
amazing.
that was probably my I think that was my favorite stream I've ever done. That
Uh,
was so much fun, and the fact that like Band and Peter and everybody went along with it was just oh oh it was so good. And Band even texted me after. He goes, "That was so difficult to keep coming up with shit."
It really was. I didn't know what to say.
It was, but it was a really good time because the funny thing was is that everybody thought because everybody knew, like everybody was like going into this, everyone was like, nah, Griever's not gonna actually live react to this. No, he's not gonna do it. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I went and did it, and then knowing from the first page that this was a shit comic, I took it totally seriously. I was like, all right, I got two options here. Either I skim through this and go, yeah, whatever, or I take this as the gospel. And I go this as this is the fucking Bible and we are preaching. And I think it worked out going that way. I think it worked out the best. I remember Faye was in the band's comic section, and she was like, "How was this 4 hours long?" And Pam was just like, "Just watch it. It's good."
I still need to go watch it. I haven't had a good chance to. I can't believe I missed it. I was going out to dinner, and then
Yeah,
I came back and I checked in on the stream for like a minute, and I think I heard you talking to Ban about how something didn't make sense from a power scaling perspective, and I was like, oh my fucking god, what did I miss?
I mean, the funny thing is that Bam will not deny this. I literally gave him about like I gave him like 3 to 4 ideas for the actual story.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like he was just mentioning all these ideas, and I said to myself, I need to write some of these down. Actually,
Some of them are good to keep track of.
Yeah, because I was saying, and Ben actually admitted it in chat. I was like, I'm giving Band all the ideas with none of the credit, and Ben's like, oh hell yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I was like, but it was because, like, it was so clearly tropey that I was taking like all the tropes I could think of and all the power scaling I could think of, and I was just like trying to make sense of every single panel to make it make sense. Sort of like if you have like what would you call it, like a Naruto stan or a I guess maybe even a Jujutsu Kaisen stan or something like that, where they would like be like, oh well, this panel shows us this, so clearly this happened, and this is a power level of 90, so 95, and blah blah blah, like you know. And I was sort of trying to do that a little bit with it. It worked out though. I mean I think it was actually a really good story, and I was really upset when Ben he texted me and goes, "That's not actually the real comic," and I was like,
I
"What?"
like I can't believe you thought that was the actual comic.
I was like,
No, I think there were some people that actually kind of did. Like when you keep saying stuff on the server about what the comic is, and some people that aren't as in tune with you may not realize that you're joking.
Yeah, and I was and I was 4 hours in. I was like, how is this? I have a 4 hour stream on a comic that doesn't exist.
Well, the comic you read exists, just separate material.
True, true.
It's like those Marvel What If comics.
Well, let's just say it was a character's dream.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I got to maximize like a Beast Wars character in a vending machine. So I mean, there's only so much greatness that can be put into one comic. But I mean, that was 11 out of 10.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Damn, I may need to when you start coming out with the actual chapters, I may have to read those on like a stream or whatever. Fuck worrying about my public image or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't know if we're even getting above like 3,200.
Misk, I've already called dibs on that, and Ben and I talked, and I'm first dibs on all reactions. So you're gonna be second place.
I look forward to it. I'm honestly really excited because the way it sounds, people don't know what I'm gonna write. Well, then again, that's kind of my fault because I kept saying it was gonna be a fucking romance comedy, and I said it was gonna be a murder mystery, and then everything under the sun.
Yeah, first it was gonna be a high school romance thing, and then it was gonna be a murder mystery, and then it was gonna be a post-apocalypse thing.
I feel like
No, the post-apocalypse
you know what?
thing could work.
I feel like just gonna say right now. I feel like Ben is going to like bring in like he's gonna go, oh, romance comedy, and then all of a sudden he's gonna like introduce my wife as a character, just be like, hey, you want a romance, there you go, and then it'll be like a one shot panel, and then it'll be like, all right, we're moving on to the rest of the story or something. He's gonna be like, well, I didn't say it would be the entire series, and then murder mystery's gonna be like, oh, Misk is dead, oh no, Misk is alive, next panel, all right, and he's gonna move on, like he's gonna have all the aspects of every genre, but it's gonna be like so short.
Yeah,
You could maybe make that work, band, depending on how you do it, where every arc is doing something different.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a little bit of romance stuff involved.
Oh boy, how exciting!
Well, I do have to ask. I do have to ask. Actually, not Ben, but I have to ask Misk. Would it be? I feel like, because I'm assuming now, Misk, you can correct me on this, but none of the female characters in this story are involved with any of the male characters in the story. Is that correct?
Not that I'm aware of thus far. I mean, I'm not the one writing the story, so
No. But so I guess my question is that would maybe make it awkward, and I think band wants to avoid that. I guess like
it would be awkward unless people gave permission.
Right.
I kind of missed what happened. What happened?
If any of the characters in the comic would have like romantic relationships, because that'd be kind of weird since they're like real people in real life.
Yeah, that would be kind of wonky there.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. So what I was saying was, it would be very weird, like if we had I don't know, Koji hook up with Clover or whatever. Like it'd be like, well, that's kind of weird because
yes,
like,
that would be quite weird.
I mean, that would be weird as fuck, and like in any respect. But that's what I'm saying. Like so,
you gotta do it like when you do romance between your fucking Dungeons and Dragons characters. It's a planned out thing between two people.
Right. And if not, then you need to introduce the secondary characters. Like, for example, if, I don't know, if Misk has a girlfriend, if I have a wife, and, I don't know, Koji has a girlfriend, then you introduce them as characters in the story, and then it feels natural. Because otherwise, it's just going to be weird, and I just feel like it's it's not an unprecedented thing, but as Misk, you pointed out, like the Dungeons and Dragons aspect, it's like, yeah, it's fine as long as you have a discussion beforehand, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, like, I think I'm the only person where my significant other's another character, so that's like the only one that you could really do. But for everyone else,
Why?
that's a little
Why are you and
yeah.
Clover going out?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, have I not brought this up to you before?
No, I assumed it,
Yes.
but
Oh yeah.
I always
So
assumed that
so that
actually.
one works out fine, but like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
other characters, it'd be
yeah,
weird.
yeah. So you and Clover do your thing, and then I'm the weird uncle smoking the joint, going, "All right, kids, just don't do it in my loft."
That sounds pretty pog.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh God.
Um, but honestly, when it comes to romance and stuff, I haven't really put much thought into it. I mean, I did have not it's, I wouldn't really call it romance, but I feel like it's more just shipper bait.
Oh, shipper bait. Oh God.
Like,
and
dude, you're not gonna see any actual like "I love you" or "I love you," but
Nah,
I
nah,
can
nah.
see
You
people
can't
doing
do
it.
that.
no, no,
Especially
no,
not like
no,
that's the shit you save till like the end.
no. You
Or
don't save it to the end. No, 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 no. Don't save it to the end, but don't come out with it so cleanly. Let
Yeah.
one character has to have a monologue. One character, the best way to do romance, as far as I can tell, from a battle like manga, shonen, seinen perspective, is one character, male or female, doesn't matter. One of them has a realization. I love X, right? And then they don't tell the other person, I love you. It's not a romantic scene, it's a realization for that character. It's a character development scene for them to come full circle. And then you build on
Just like
that.
Thai,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like Thai.
yeah, exactly. Dark Knight is talking facts here.
Nothing but.
wait, what did you say?
Dark Knight, repeat yourself.
I said just like Thai.
Yeah, just like in Taizai, which is where,
Oh.
well, band you wouldn't have read Taizai fully, but all right, to use
Tie-dye.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh,
So a great example, an older example without spoilers, is Inuyasha. In episode 48 of Inuyasha, or manga chapter, I forget when, but Kagome realizes that she is in love with Inuyasha. She realizes this at episode 48. The series goes on for 200 fucking episodes. But she realizes in episode 48 that she's in love with him. She never tells that to Inuyasha, but that shapes her devotion, her confidence, and her motivation throughout the rest of the story. That she's in love with him, and that's good enough for everything else that's going to happen. So you don't need to have necessarily, because not until the literal end of the story, the literal end, do they finally like. I mean, there was the movie and blah blah blah, and the movie is fantastic, but it's not until the end of a 250 episode series that they finally like kiss. And I don't think at any point they ever say I love you to each other. It's an acknowledgement in their mind, their inner monologue, when they're by themselves. But it's implied throughout the entire series. So you can work with that. Like that's why I hate, well, I don't hate, but I want another Inuyasha in modern shonen. It pisses me off that we don't have one. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, it's great. Doctor Stone, yeah, it's great. Black Clover, yeah, it's great. One Piece, yeah, it's great. Where is my Inuyasha? Where is it? It was. It had the romantic element, but it was a battle shonen. It was perfectly fine. You didn't need to focus on the romance, but you could have the aspect of it when you wanted to. So I think Band, you just need to think about the characters that you want to be romantically involved, and if any, you don't need to, but if you have any characters you want to be romantically involved, pick your moments and sparse them out depending on your genre that you're choosing. But I just feel like you can bring up like some really good scenes if you choose to go that way.
You know, thinking about the actual scenes that I have in mind and the characters that I have in mind for romance, it's while it won't actually be bad, I feel like how I execute it, a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, "Band, you're a fucking asshole."
Oh no, wait, I don't know if I like the way that sounds.
Like,
Are we getting some tragedy in here?
well, I mean, I did say I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh God.
Ben, please don't. All right, I'm not gonna ask any spoilers, but please don't tell me you're gonna do a will they, won't they?
Or I won't tell you.
Oh fuck.
Shit,
Okay, so we're
Misk, you're
telling
gonna
you
be
don't do that.
you're gonna be basically Misk. Here's the deal. You're the main character, and you're going to be on a will they, won't they with Clover for the entirety of the series. That's
Oh my.
what's basically what's going to happen here. I'm going to be in a committed relationship the entire time, but
Good
you.
job. Good job. I was just thinking, there's nothing I hate more when I'm reading something. Like you read some like fluff fan fiction shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the confession scene and they confess by saying I love you and I'm like I turn and I look at the camera and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This
What
person
camera?
has never experienced a real life relationship ever.
What camera are you talking about, Miss?
No, no, it's just like when the
You mean
character
like in the
turns to look
office?
at the camera like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? It's cringe.
Honestly,
It's terrible. It's fucking garbage.
honestly,
It's not how you write that stuff. It totally takes me out of
Let's
it.
hear what Ben has to say.
I'll be honest. As much as I enjoy reading romance comics,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope this doesn't sound edgy, but I really do enjoy fucking characters over.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, I mean,
Wait a minute. What do you mean by fucking
well,
them over, man?
Like ruining their
okay,
lives?
so I'll be honest with you. I have no emotional attachment to any of these characters.
Oh, thank
Like,
God. Well, we
like,
made them up for you, so I wouldn't imagine
yeah.
you do.
So
If
I
you
don't have
shave my
any.
headband, I will fucking find you. I will kill you. I will do a Liam Neeson on you.
You
Oh
know
my
that
God.
never came to mind, but have someone with an ability to like remove hair sounds kind of pog. We're gonna have the bald crew, bald Misku,
Oh
bald,
God.
fucking bald Miss. I can't believe that shit now that I
I
remember
can't
it.
believe that you tricked people into thinking you left the server over Bald Misk.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fucking goofy.
But anyways, what were you saying about Roman? Like you don't want characters
Oh.
like explain that. Like what are you talking about?
Let me try to give an example that's not a spoiler, but something I can come up on the top of my head. Um, hmm. I. Hmm. Give me a moment.
Yeah, all right. So, Miss, how's the weather?
Okay, yeah. Okay,
The
so.
weather's all right.
Oh shit. Okay, so let's say person A and person B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say some shit happened and eventually they started dating. They really liked each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so person B goes off on a mission, right? And person A is like, all right, I'll see you later. So person B goes on that mission.
Mm-hmm. What's this so far?
Wait, can you hear me so far?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And person B bit off more than they can chew.
Oh.
Um, they go against a monster. Their arms get cut off. Their legs get cut off.
Oh.
Their torso gets cut off.
How
Everything
does
gets
your torso
torn to
get cut
pieces.
off? That's the center of your body.
No, you cut it in half.
Oh, so they're dead.
Basically, yeah, they're dead. And then person A is like, hey, it's been a while since person B is like, they've been on that mission for a while. I guess I'll go check up on them.
And they find them
And
and they're dead.
they find the decomposing body,
Damn,
and
that's rough.
they're kind of like, damn, fuck.
That's just their reaction. They're like, damn, that's. Anyway,
Well, you get what I mean, but
band,
I
don't write
prefer.
romance.
I mean, yeah, I mean, as much as I like reading it, writing it, I'm not really the best at it, so I'd probably just screw people over.
Makes you feel any better.
I've like
I'm just,
never even tried.
I'm still checking out why my nose is so rough right now. So.
Bam, what kind of power system are we going for here? Is it a punch harder power
But
system, or
no,
is it a
what I,
like,
what I want to
oh,
know, no, Miss. Let's keep on topic. Ben, what does this have to do with a romantic relationship?
Oh, what does it have to do?
is no one
With the
allowed to be
plot here?
happy?
I mean, well, if you want to be happy, you should have kept your OC out of this comic.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but like,
Oh,
see, one of the biggest problems with romantic mangas is they always, well, there's two problems actually. One of the problems is they always put the characters in situations that are supposed to be misunderstandings. And that
Oh, fuck, I hate
misunderstanding
that.
lasts for an entire arc. And it's annoying as fuck. And the second thing is once they get together. When they get together, story's over. Story's fucking over. I'm sorry. I have read the greatest shoujo mangas of all time. I've read all of them. And they all ended when the characters got together. They went for an arc, 2 arcs, 3 arcs later, and those arcs sucked. They just sucked. It's sort of like when a shonen battle manga reaches its peak. The story's over. It's done. I know you want to make more money, but it's done. It's over. Sorry. You had your time. Write another story. You know, like it's over. It's almost like they want Frodo to throw the One Ring into the fire and then the One Ring comes back 10 years later. You know?
we
And
have
that's
like a 45-minute resolution to the film.
there you go. That's what I'm saying. So I just don't understand it. Like for romance aspects, what you need from romantic aspect, a good romance is either established from day one, like chapter one, or like you may not know from chapter one, but the moment it's introduced, you're like, okay, this is his girlfriend, blah blah blah, and it's a concrete thing for the rest of the series, or you have a developing relationship that ends up not being the core part of the story. The core part of the story still needs to be focused on something else, with the romance as a secondary feature. As long as the romance is a secondary feature, it doesn't feel so. Even if the characters get together, let's say 3/4 of the way through, 2/3 of the way through, it doesn't end the story. The story is still being able to continue because we need to get to the final goal. Did I get too weird for you guys?
I get what you're saying. It's not the main focus. It's just like a side thing for the most part.
I get what you mean. I'm just like thinking about it. I'll be honest. Like I'm not sure if you heard Griever, but Wake.
Okay,
You
you
guys hear
you
me?
you sort of cut
Yeah,
out
you cut
there.
out like a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if you heard me, Griever, but I already have like the entire outline of the story done. I don't know if
You
you
can
heard that
make
specifically, but
alterations.
oh yeah, I definitely can. But at the moment, if I had to say give a percentage of how much romance is currently in the comic, I'd
Hmm.
say around 2 to 4% of the comic is romance, and the rest is just battle fighting and
Oh, fuck yeah.
stuff like that.
Perfect. It's the perfect ratio.
I would argue that I would like to boost that up to 9%, 8 to 9.
We can work on that.
That's
Oh,
the
sure, I can figure
but
it out.
once again, that's my personal opinion. It doesn't mean it's good for everybody, right?
True, true.
I'm just giving you my own 2 cents. Like you're telling me right now that 2 to 4% is what is romance. You told me that factor, so I assume you want my opinion, and my opinion is I would like to boost. I don't want it 50-50. I don't want it
Oh yeah,
20%. I don't.
50-50 is too much for me, dude.
Yeah, that's
I
that's
wouldn't be able to.
way too much. Yeah, you're mixing now. You're mixing shojo and shonen at that point. It's just like nah, you know. And that has worked, but it's only worked for a handful of manga. Most of the time, that fucks up. It fails. So once again,
Oh
less than
wait,
ten
that just
percent.
remind.
Oh, what's that, Ben?
Oh, cool. You said manga, and that just reminded me about that we're actually on stream right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there are like
Yeah.
2 people watching right
No, no. I
Oh,
mean, that just
really?
reminded me
That's
because you
all
guys
it
said
is.
you wanted to stream the comic, and I was gonna ask how many chapters exactly do you want out before you stream it? Because as I said, I'm gonna try going for 20 pages per chapter.
now. I mean, we could start from chapter 1.
I mean, so you're
It's a
saying
little
20,
slow.
20 pages per chapter? Is that?
Yeah.
Um, I
I
would
mean,
honestly.
personally, oh, okay.
No, 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 Ben, keep talking.
Oh, personally, I would recommend for both of you to wait until chapter 4 comes out to stream. That's what I personally recommend.
All right.
So then, Ben, you're gonna have to keep us off. How are you gonna release these then? Because I don't want to be spoiled if I'm gonna stream it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Well, I mean, the teaser was only the first 7 pages of chapter 1, and chapter 1 is 25 pages.
No, no, I think what he's saying is how are we supposed to avoid spoilers once it starts coming out?
Oh,
Actually,
well, I mean,
Misk, why don't you make or Band? Why don't you make a separate? I know this might suck, but why don't you make a separate hashtag thingy in general for True Comic or something like that?
Well,
And then
we may do that when he starts.
yeah, because
Or we'll
I don't
change.
want to be spoiled, but I want to talk about the comic, but I don't want to be spoiled right before I do the
yeah,
reaction.
I really don't want you guys to get spoiled on it.
Yeah, like I was actually like as I said before I texted Misk, and I was like, "Listen, man, shit's going down. It's like what the fuck's going on with Band being pissed off and stuff." Um, like because I sort of understood a little bit where you come from, so it's just
It was
uh,
bald mist.
yeah, and I was just like, Misk, I just gotta know, like, is this shit legit or what the fuck? Because I'm
Okay, so
50-50.
this was hilarious. I was like messaging Clover. We were having our own conversation. And in the middle of it, I hadn't checked the server in like an hour. And she said, "Oh, by the way, Band is just like doing a prank right now, just so you know, so you don't freak out or anything."
Yeah,
And I
and
had no
you sent
idea what
me,
she was. I thought she was talking about the bald thing before you
yeah,
pretended to leave.
and
So I
Miss,
had no fucking idea that it was some major thing that she was telling me about.
and Miss sent me the
And that happened when you
screenshot.
messaged me too. You were like, what's going on in the server? Is it a prank or whatever?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I go and check the server and I'm like, "Oh wait, what's going on?"
Yeah, because Misk sends me the screenshot, and I'm like, okay, that's not really relevant, but it's Clover, so I assume it's okay. Then it's a prank. All right. So it's not anything from Band. It's just fucking Clover going, anything that you see in Band's comic is a prank. And I'm like, okay, but things are getting a little heated. I mean, I don't know what to think. And I just don't want to, like, I don't want to take sides, and I don't want anybody to be bitched out, but, like, what the fuck? It's just like, no, it's all good, it's all good. And I'm like, all right. I'll, you know, because I told Misk, I was like, I'm not a mod, but I'm feeling like maybe I should mod this shit right now. And he goes, no, it's fine.
I always feel a need for more.
Yeah, because it was getting, like, and actually, Ben, didn't you ask me, you were like, how bad did it get? And I was like, I don't know, but it was, like...
There was genuine sadness at the idea
like, people were getting actually...
The comic would never be completed.
I think Neo and Tokyo Fuse, they were all actually getting legitimately upset. And
I think Holly was too.
Yeah, and Holly was getting actually upset. You could tell she was actually getting upset. So that's when I texted Misk and I was like, look, man, I said, if this is a joke, fine dandy, but I think we should call it because I'm not a mod, but dude, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Banned if you do that shit again, you're getting demoted. But anyway,
Okay, but to be fair, it was a picture of Bald's Miss.
But you freaked everyone out. Like when you came back, Balder said banned. I was about to leave the server. Don't do that again. And I was like, what the fuck? You're just here for banned?
Well, damn.
Yeah, banned. That honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now. That was a good joke, but it was a good prank. It was a good prank, but we can also acknowledge it was a
dick move, I know.
It was a dick, right. Yeah. It really was. It was a dick move. It was a good prank, but sometimes good pranks are dick moves. So.
True.
You know.
On the bright side, at least I gave him the teaser as an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did do that, and that's all good, and that's all good. Like I'm not here to shit on anybody. I'm just here to say, like, you know, there's a you know what, I really enjoyed the prank, so I feel so bad for everybody who felt shitty because. I don't know if I felt as shitty because maybe when it got to that point, that's when I messaged Misk. And I was like, hey, man, listen, I know I'm not a mod, but I think I need to shut this shit down. And Misk came to me and he said, don't worry about it. It's fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And then everything was cool. But up to that point, had Misk not messaged me for, let's say... 2, 3, 4 hours, you know.
Then it would have been a problem. Oh, and you had Clover in on it too, so she set her status to offline, so everyone thought she hadn't been on Discord all day.
Well, I mean, I couldn't do it alone.
Yeah, that was
No, what was you? Because she had messaged me that night that you said, oh, you would have your apology drawing out by like 2 or 3 a.m. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be up at 2 or 3 a.m. but whatever. And then I woke up in the morning and I checked the server and there was no such fucking thing. You hadn't rejoined, and I was like, uh-oh.
No, it was because my arm cramped up. I couldn't draw anymore, so I had to go to sleep.
A likely story, Ben. A likely story.
No, I'm serious. My arm, like.
No. We do not believe your arm. Listen, Kubo slices off arms every fucking chapter. We do not believe it.
Okay, you got me there.
Yeah. So either way, the point is that I'm excited to see this this teaser. Can you tell us anything else? Not not trolling, but anything else about the upcoming series.
You told me I wanted to know because I'm gonna head out in a few minutes since it's getting a little later.
Hmm.
Um, what kind of power system? What style of power system are we going? Is it a punch harder power system, as some would say, like a
Um,
power level thing, or are we going for more like a special ability compatibility fighting, where
I'm gonna.
certain powers are more useful than other ones? Some don't mesh
Oh,
well.
I say I'll be going for more of a, special ability type of power system. The whole punch harder thing. I mean, as cool as that is, um, I don't like the idea of it because then it makes certain characters irrelevant after a certain period of time. I prefer everyone to be able to hold their own against anyone as long as they have the right conditions. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I assume we're gonna have a few punch characters. I've looked
Oh,
at
of
some of them.
course.
I'm like, those are characters that just punch.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta
gonna
have your
have
hand-to-hand combat.
you're
Yeah,
gonna
I always
have
have a few.
you're gonna have the characters who are gonna punch harder, and they're gonna be relevant right up until probably the last part where it's like that only got them so far.
You can't punch God harder unless you're the main character.
You're right, exactly. Like that sort of level. I mean, think about all the characters that we've seen that can do that. Like you think in Naruto, you got Jiraiya, you got Itachi, you got Pain. In Bleach, you got Kisuke, you got Aizen, you got Masuchi, you got Yuabak. In One Piece, you got Roger, you got Rayleigh, you got Garp, you got you know. There's always going to be somebody who can like literally like stomp, bam. All right, kid,
Yeah.
sit down.
Actually, I'm pretty sure most of you will know this by now, but like just looking at his design, one character would like that would be Balder.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah, the
literally looks like a
little
barbarian.
our goddamn the woodland child.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
in my like I don't once again like Misk and I actually talked about this like I am not the strongest character in the verse. There's
oh
just
yeah.
no way. But I'm also not undisputed in the top 10 in the verse because whether for physical ability, whether for like smarts like Kisuke or Hara or something, but like as the mentor character, I'm always considered in the top 10. I'm never at the
Yeah, that
top,
can work.
like I'm
Never at the time.
never at the top. Maybe never even the top 5, but I'm always in the top 10, considered
Yeah,
all the time. And I'm
I
always like,
imagine
what's that, Miss?
I imagine it's like at some point you will fight the main villain to show how strong he is, but you won't like lose super hard. You'll just do kind of a good job, but I'll be like, oh shit, not even Griever can beat this guy. Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, there might be something like that, exactly, or something like it's like without my ability, like as Van pointed out, like it's not always just like who punches harder. Maybe my ability softened up the main villain beforehand for the main cast to take him out, or something like that, or whatever. Like I'm not trying to make myself relevant to the rest of the story. I'm just trying to supplement the fact that the mentor character, like, from what we know of Shonen, the mentor character has always been in the top 5 to 10.
True, true.
Like as far as a power scaling wise, and to make them irrelevant too early, you know.
Now that you mentioned Power Stone, I'm not sure. Even at the moment of like what I've written, I'm not actually sure who would be the strongest right now because the way I've set it up, I mean, it could be anyone. Just it depends on like the kind of battle.
Well, originally, does everyone do like the characters that were in the original power ranking thing? Do they still
Okay,
have the
that
same
shit was
powers?
that shit was a little too broken. Do you remember fucking Euler's power?
I just remembered he could basically do anything.
Like, yeah, I can't
That's why he
believe
was the
that.
strongest character in the verse.
Like, okay, so Euler's power, he could like control space and time. Like if you punched him in
Well,
the
he's the
stomach,
main villain, so
he could rewind time on his stomach and like go back in
damn.
time
So he's
before like
got
he got
time
punched.
magic and space magic.
And
That's a little
then he
bust.
would then he could like send your head into space while your body is still on Earth and basically just decapitate you like that. Like that was
So
too
like
much.
teleport, like very
So,
specific
so then my
teleportation.
question is
Yeah, all
that
that
what
kind of
could
good stuff.
Misk or what could I do?
Yeah, what would I have been able to do to beat him?
Good questions. You wouldn't.
Yeah,
Nice.
and what
You know
could
what
I
I've
do? I
realized?
mean, I'm a transformer. I understand that, but it's still.
Yeah, of course.
I've realized I really like the types of fights where you have like the big bad who's like stupidly overpowered. So you have a bunch of characters with very specific hacks abilities teaming up to try and put him in like the perfect conditions where they can plausibly beat him. I just realized that's a really good fight dynamic that I like a lot.
True. One
Because
thing
it's high
I've always
tension. It's like
liked.
if anything goes wrong in this coordination here, we're all fucked. But if it all works out, we have a chance to win.
One thing I've always liked is stories like when the main character isn't really the main focus. Like, yeah, there's the big bad, but just because you're the main character doesn't mean you're gonna take on the big bad. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, a good
Is it
example
like
would be
how
in Hunter x Hunter.
like Kurapika's the main character and
Well, no, I mean, for example, like, assuming both of you have seen the Chimera Ant arc.
he hasn't seen
Uh,
it, but Gon is not the
oh
most
fuck.
important character in
Yeah,
Chimera.
I know that.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I like. Like, there's someone like, for example, I'm just talking on my ass here, but let's say there's a villain that is on the east coast of the world, right? And Misk and company are on the west coast. So obviously they can't really just travel to the east coast and just fight that villain. I'd rather have someone that's more like, for example, maybe Clover and Griever team up to take on that villain. And that villain, which happened to be the big bad, gets defeated by characters that aren't even the main character. That's kind of what I'd prefer to do.
I would love actually, not just because it's me involved, but I would love in any series, literally any series, in Bleach, in Naruto, in One Piece, in Toriko, if they would have, as you said, Band, non-main characters defeat a villain, like the antagonist of that arc. Maybe not the main bad of the entire series, but defeat the main bad. And just be like, oh, it's over. Because, you know why?
Like, yeah.
Because Luffy or whoever can't beat a Yonko right now. Or Ichigo can't beat a captain right now. So we need a captain to beat the captain. You know?
In hindsight, it would have made way like there would have been way less plot shit involved if in the Arrancar arc you basically just had Ichigo beating Ulquiorra and saving Orihime, and then instead you had everyone else fight Aizen and beat him. Like Urahara figures out how to beat Aizen.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my point. It's like, technically speaking, Urahara and Ishin and Yoruichi beat Aizen. Technically
But
speaking.
Hogyoku happened.
Yeah, they beat him though.
Yeah.
But it happened. Right. So Hogyoku happened, but they beat Aizen, technically speaking. Now in Band's comic, he could do it a little bit better, where it's like, no, seriously, that literally happened. That was the end. They beat him.
What you could do is you could have it's like how there's always the supporting villain who the main character has the most beef with. A lot of the times the main antagonist is kind of there doing a thing. It's like we gotta stop him because he's doing a thing.
in
But then the
Aizen's case,
supporting
it was
bad
Gin.
guy is the one who like personal conflict with the main protagonist. So he's the one he's more interested in fighting.
But in that,
So then you could have him fight that guy, and then someone else goes and fights the big bad.
but that's how the 1,000-Year Blood War arc start. You know, so you had a whole nother arc started over that one thing when it was already defeated.
Yeah.
I'm not. Once again, I actually like all of Bleach, in all honesty. So I'm good with it. But I can understand why people were unhappy with that mindset where it was like, oh well, we need something for Aizen to attack, and Aizen attacked the idea of the Soul King, and the Soul King was attacked by the idea of the Quincy, and then we had the whole Quincy thing, you know, and then we
I
had
like parts of Bleach more than other parts of Bleach.
fair point, but
I
either
don't think
way,
there's any part of Bleach that I hate or that I think is bad. There are just ones that I think have
the
some big
Bound
issues.
arc was shitty.
Listen, I never even watched the filler. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, well, see, you didn't watch the filler. Watch the Bounty arc, Misk. You will not like it.
Oh, I've heard wonders about the Bound arc.
The problem with the Bounty arc is that Ichigo is not allowed to go Bankai until the end of the arc to win the day. That's what pisses me off. He's
Like,
not,
he just doesn't do it?
No, he's not strong enough. Apparently, after using Bankai, this is what pissed me off about the Bounty arc, was that he could go Bankai, but he was too weak to go Bankai, and that's why the Bounce had their entire arc. He could have killed all the Bounce in the arc with Bankai, but he couldn't go Bankai until the end of the Bounce arc. That was the literal...
So they just made up an excuse for an arc then.
Yeah, they basically said he can't go Bankai.
And this is a thing that we established far after the fact, because there have been plenty of times when Ichigo has definitely not been in a weakened state and still went into Bankai.
Yeah, and then after that, because they claimed a million reasons, man. They said he was too weak. He was a substitute Shinigami. He was this. They made up a million excuses for it, but at the end of the day, they basically said he can't go Bankai because we need to shove out 34 episodes.
Excellent. Oh, hello, Fuse. Fuse, welcome. You're on a live stream that like two people are watching.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Misk, why don't you have 200 or you have 3,000 followers? Why the fuck do you promote this shit? And then we'd have
I posted it in other series, and I said I'd be in the chat for a bit if anyone wanted to check it out.
Oh well.
Actually, I didn't even say that. I just said I'll be in the chat here for. It seems like.
Oh, and then there you go.
Well, I always plug your jujitsu.
You do actually. You plug my shit a lot more than I. And by the way, when I post videos, by the way, just out of curiosity, because sometimes I post them in suggestions. Am I allowed to do that?
You can. Other series is probably better. I think suggestions was kind of intended more as like a suggestion box for the server. So since you do anime stuff, you could probably post another series.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to, like, I usually, when I have a video that I'm pretty, happy with, I like to post it on multiple Discord servers. But
yeah, I just don't have a dedicated promotion channel because I think you're the only other YouTuber on here.
Fair enough.
What do you mean? I'm a YouTuber too.
Oh, no way. Yeah, no, Weeb is on here, but he only occasionally sends like an emoji out of nowhere. So
I can
Wait,
and I don't think Weeb needs to promote his stuff on here. I think he's doing fine.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger than me, so I don't think he really needs the free plug.
Yeah, well, what are you saying? Like, I'm literally the weakest one here, and you're all on my stream.
Because I'm bored.
Well,
the comment maybe boost
He's
you up.
bored, and I like a good conversation.
what did Ben say?
And my dog
Ben, what did you say?
Wait, can you guys hear me well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear you.
Oh, I said hopefully the comment.
Oh fuck, he can't even get the words out.
I was sorry, I was drinking cold water. I said hopefully the comic boosts you up then.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Are you gonna plug my channel at the end of every chapter?
I mean, I'll plug your channel if you plug my Misk.
All right.
Miss, you gotta do then.
I'm gonna do something for it. I originally had reservations about it. Like reviewing a comic where I'm the main character. Listen, that may come off a little narcissistic, but upon further thought, I realized I don't give a shit. So
You just
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
really sell it
But
that
once again,
they animate
Miss,
it.
you have 3,000 subscribers. What the fuck do you care?
well,
Like,
I'd like 5,000.
yeah,
So
I know, but like,
Well, you're definitely not gonna get there if you keep dropping Black Clover reviews. That's for sure, buddy.
damn.
hey, Black Clover's not that bad.
Listen, there are people that like my Black Clover reviews.
Okay, here's the thing. I read Black Clover and I still can't watch him because half the time there's nothing to actually review. I think
I
this
know, and
last chapter.
I
Whoa,
try
whoa,
very
whoa,
hard.
whoa,
No,
whoa,
this last
whoa.
chapter is an exception, but the past like 5 chapters, what the fuck is there to talk about, man?
I know,
Honestly.
I'm taking a
I know.
piss, and I'm gonna come back to the entirety of there's nothing to review about Black Clover. I'm gonna come back to that.
I actually need to start back Black Clover.
No, you know what's hard is doing reviews for Kaiju number 8 chapters because they're so fucking short. They have the same number of pages as a normal, like, Jump chapter, but I've realized I think they have less panels per page. They do bigger panels than a lot of series. So there's
In Black,
usually, like, not as much to talk about
in Black Clover or
in
Monster.
Kaiju number 8. Like,
Oh
their
yeah,
chapters are kind of
dude,
short.
I'm fucking dropping that shit until like 10 chapters
Listen,
in. I'm
it's
tired of it.
both the beauty and the curse of Jump
Fuck
Plus is
beauty.
that mangaka get a lot more freedom in their schedule.
Okay,
So that means they
true.
get more artistic freedom. They don't have to work themselves to death. That also means you're
True.
not going to get like a chapter every week.
I mean, yeah. So I guess I'll drop it for like a month and then
Yeah,
come
you'll
back
get
to
like
it.
two.
But
No,
oh,
there was a time where he only went on a break like every 3 weeks, but I don't know what
yeah.
happened like over the
Now it's
last couple
every
of months.
yeah. Now it's like one chapter and then a 4 month break.
No, it was a 3 week. Um, no, but yeah, at least the author of Kaiju number 8 does this thing where he'll drop like a bunch of color pages on weeks where there won't be
Oh
a
yeah,
chapter.
that's definitely neat.
So it's just like no chapter this week. Look at these pretty pictures. Anyway, later. I heard he works on the volume releases when there isn't a chapter, but I don't know if that's true.
Ooh.
Oh well. Kaiju number 8's a pretty good series. Unfortunately, it has a fairly irregular release schedule, so it doesn't update a lot.
Hmm.
Dude, I just
But
love
back onto the.
I just
Huh?
love Kangen, how it's just a fucking meme at this point. Like I'm literally half
Oh,
reading
yep.
it for the memes. I'm half
I
reading it for the memes.
love what a meme it is. It's just all shit. Like every chapter. Well, no, not every chapter, but almost every chapter you get a new thing. Fucking make jokes.
Like Ashura, like the ending made
Dude,
me like
Ashura
tear
was
up a bit.
relatively serious shit.
It felt like a good story. Kengan is just fucking Jobber Central, dude. I can't
No.
get
We got into this fucking tournament again, but it was a different format for the tournament, and it was just like Jesus.
dude, it's just the fucking community has made it just job this fucking dude,
I hold myself partially responsible for the discourse,
fucking
but at the
Louis,
same time, Redditor.
the
That
face
I hold my peace.
the face that broke the internet, man.
Ugh.
It's just Kengan
Griever,
has been
you
a
should
meme.
read Kengan Ashura and then wait to read Kengan Omega until I tell you it's okay to read it, so that you don't have to suffer through terrible shit.
I think he went to take a piss.
Oh, did he? Well, that's
Maybe he'll be back soon.
Oh well, I'm about to now. So,
But like, I don't know, everybody's a psychopath in Omega. Like,
dude,
everybody.
who wasn't a psychopath or a murderer in Ash? Let's
Again,
go through this now.
Wakatushi's somewhat normal.
Waka
Okubo's
is like the
normal.
most normal person.
Okubo's like he fucks around, but he's still fairly normal.
Okay, we have
Who else?
Let's count off the Psycho. Kiryu, Ryan, Agito.
Cosmo was normal.
Cosmo became normal again, but fighting a
Yeah.
fucking insane person tends to
Drove
do
him.
things to a guy in the heat of a moment.
Yeah.
Bitches be like, oh my god, it's been 900 days since the last Hunter x Hunter chapter, and they never read the manga.
Oh wow, why did you have to say
Okay,
that?
so the
I
anime had
forgot
an
about it.
ending. The anime had an ending, and it was a pretty decent ending. So what did they do
Actually,
after the ending of the anime?
the ending is actually chapter 336.
Oh, I'm asking bands. So the ending is an actual chapter, and they just
Yeah,
continue after that in the manga? Because
yeah.
it wasn't a definitive ending. It was so and so was like, "Oh yeah, there's more shit out there that I wanna discover," and then it
You
ended,
know,
and I was like, "All right, nice."
I'll be honest, the way it ended in the manga, he could have actually just ended it, but he continued writing. Like it could have just been like Hunter x Hunter 2.0 or some shit, but no, he just continued and he just got into a new arc.
The worst part
Did
is
it
like the,
work?
the
Did it
story for
work?
the new arc is good,
No,
but the
oh, the
art
arc is
is
fucking
fucking
amazing.
terrible.
Wait, the art? What do you mean? The art in this arc has been fucking amazing so far.
Really.
Dude,
This
there's
seems to be the divide. It seems like a lot of people think Togashi's art, when
It's
he's
more like
trying,
it's
is good, and other people
inconsistent.
think it's all shit. I've seen Togashi has some of the most inconsistent art I've ever seen.
I think
Because
I think
sometimes
I
you have
think
that page
I
with the
think that's
fucking
that
koala bear, and
I think
other
that's more of a
times you
complaint.
have like the car crash or the thing of the dark continent, and I'm like, holy shit, this looks like it was drawn by a different person.
Dude,
no.
at least like Berserk, like the other one that just gets delayed and delayed, that has the charm of the art is always
No, yeah,
good.
with Berserk, I don't know why they announce when it's on hiatus. They should announce when it's not on hiatus.
Exact. It's like we know it's on hiatus.
We know! We know!
Dude,
We
but
know. You
the
don't
worst
need
thing
to
about
grind.
Berserk is that the fucking Isidro kid and fucking Puck are just ruining everything because they're like half the fucking chapter, and the
Dang.
story's not gonna move forward because they're like 3 chapters a year. So he's just
It's the unfortunate. Don't people say he's using that other manga that he started for some reason to train his assistants how to draw in his style, so that when he dies they can just keep it going?
homie. Just cut out the filler and you can end it. Trust me.
Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. This has been a One Punch Man live reaction to chapter 145. We got a little off track with the Discord chat. Don't worry about that at all because none of us are worrying about it anyways. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, don't forget to drink responsibly, as always, and we will see you, beautiful sons and guns, again next time. I'm stealing lost pauses and thingy. So, there we go.